Ritchie. Stop by Ava Bella Day Spa at 301 North Shackelford Road, Suite C3, or avabelladayspa.com. Merry Christmas in July.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Spring Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tops picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together.
First one was, I want to get him in better shape this year. And so we've done some of my old school conditioning. And it was funny, DJ said to his dad, Coach said he's doing old school. What would that mean, Dad? And Wani said, you better hope he's not doing 2020s. I hate it when we're doing 2020s. The conditioning was more mental. To get through the conditioning, you can do it, but it mentally breaks you down. And then the second thing I wanted to do is we got to bring this group together. Last year, we were always together, but as the injuries started peeling off guys and we only had 5, they understood how much they needed each other. We're still not there. We still, there are times guys over dribble or pass up an open man and try to shoot it themselves. That's fine. But the way this is, you probably need to play more people. You got to be in the greatest shape. If I'm doing them a service, it's the habits that you leave here with are going to help you on and off the court, but they're going to help you when you're moving. You go to the next level, you're having those kind of habits.
People keep asking him, was it given that birthday doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth.
Welcome in on a terrific Thursday. Appreciate you being with us. That was John Calipari, if you didn't recognize the voice. I know it's just about SEC Media Days time, but we're talking a little hoops today because Coach met with the media yesterday. They had a little open practice, and some players were there as well, so we will share more of that coming up. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on at Wimbledon. I am locked in on this women's match right now. Amanda Anisimova is on the brink of getting broken, unfortunately for her, but she does have a lead in the third set with Sabalenka, who's the 1 seed, and she just got broken to make it 5-4. So she was in great shape in this third set, and she is maybe a little nerves coming to play here, but leading 5-4. Sabalenka will serve after the changeover here, but man, it's a good match. Been enjoying that. DJ's a little late. He'll be with us. Christian Weaver's here, so we will have plenty to get to today and plenty more from the Hill yesterday, Christian. So looking forward to that. This is the first time, long time, no guests. Pretty odd situation for us.
An open zone.
Open zone. That means open phones. That means 501-661-1037 is going to be open all day. That means that you can send us texts all day at 501-661-1037. You can hit us up on our live fan feedback through our Listen Live button, which is open for sponsorship, by the way. And there he is. What a handsome devil.
It wasn't even that late.
Yesterday we did a couple of promotional videos for the Rock City Margarita Festival / Great Arkansas Beer Festival. We went to Dizzy's, hung out with Donnie Dugan, went over and saw our buddy Brad McCray at Brewski's as well. And so we saw a couple different margaritas. They did their signature margarita at Brewskis, and they have a couple different ones they're going to do for Dizzy's and Dugan's, and the Dizzy's one was really good. It's called an Ocean Water. It's blue. It's got blue curacao in it.
Love Ocean Water.
It was very good. And so we hung out there for a little while and talked about the event coming up and had some of their margies. And anyway, stuck around, had a beer maybe too. So,
Nice.
Listen, it's all to raise money for Ronald McDonald House. Okay, so listen, if that's what it takes, that's what I'm willing to do.
What do you got going on today?
How do you mean?
You look super cash.
I'm leaving
Where
town.
Where are you going?
To marry my son off.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're leaving today?
I'm leaving on a jet plane. Just kidding, I'm driving to Nashville.
It's only like a 5-hour drive.
It is exactly a 5-hour drive.
That'd be fun. What are you going to do tonight?
As long as I'm not driving, that's less.
Rehearsal dinner tonight?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm actually meeting my niece and her boyfriend who live in Tampa. We're going to go to dinner tonight. And then we're going to get set up for the rehearsal tomorrow, do the rehearsal, and then
Let's go.
Saturday it's on, baby.
What are you wearing?
More than this.
You don't have like a
Tux?
Yeah. They didn't do that.
Nope, didn't ask. So I didn't.
Nice.
I had to pay for Maddox's, but I didn't have to wear one.
Okay.
I'm wearing a blue suit and a very deep blue tie. It's pretty sharp looking.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a good look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the
I
blue
say
suit
blue
you
suit?
got at
Not wearing a blue suit. I just lied to you. I'm wearing blue suit to the rehearsal. I'm wearing tan suit with a deep blue tie to the wedding. It's a pretty tight look.
Okay.
Got a pocket square.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm looking sharp.
Nice.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
What color belt?
I think I can't decide. I'm either going to go
You've
chocolate
thought about
brown.
it?
Well, I'm either going to go chocolate brown or I'm going to go like a tannish belt and wear some white bucks. Haven't decided yet.
Outdoor wedding, right?
Yes.
That's perfect.
Super appropriate.
That's perfect.
But yeah, we're going to have
Take
a
the
little.
jacket off with the white collared shirt.
Yeah.
For like the after. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to go real late. They're not real like party animals. So this is going to be a dry wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whose choice?
Well, I mean, I think it's mostly for her grandparents. You know?
Oh, okay.
They're Church of Christers. Yeah. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how it is over there, CAC boy.
You gonna
Yeah.
smuggle something in?
No, but we
You know
will.
what you have from your trip from Mexico.
Oh, I got my flask. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. But we do have. I'll live without drinks. I didn't really drink at my wedding either.
That's good.
Yeah. But I've got. We're doing some beer and wine at the rehearsal. So
Okay.
that's fine. Anyway, how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Long day already. Jeez.
When you have meetings, it
Yeah.
makes for one for
It
sure.
does.
I didn't have any meetings yesterday. It was very nice. So I'm watching this match, and Anna Samova now is trying to break to win the match, and she's up 40-15 here, up 5-4 in the third set. She was in total control, and she's kind of let it leak a little bit of oil here down the stretch, but I've been totally locked in on this. And a chance for her to get to the finals. Pretty awesome. What a comeback story for her after taking some time off. Kind of burned out at 17. We were telling you her story a little bit yesterday. I think it's really cool. And hopefully she can pull this off. We're one double fault away from a win. Let's go.
You're a smart guy.
Sometimes.
What was the reasoning behind the scoring in tennis? 0, 15, 30, 40.
I don't know. I saw the. Have you seen the Nate Bargatze clip on that?
Can you have it?
It's hilarious. I don't have it, but it's funny. I don't get it. I don't know how that all started. I'm sure there's a very reasonable history behind it. I just don't know what it is.
Ooh, she's
But-
staying alive.
Yeah, she is.
Stay in. Oh, that's in.
That's out.
Oh.
40-30 now. Sorry, I know this is terrible radio, but I'm so locked in on this match. But yeah, I don't know how the scoring became a thing. Did you see the news off the Hill? Receiver goes down. The transfer.
In training?
Yeah, he broke his wrist or something. He's going to have surgery.
Omega?
No, Cisse.
Oh, okay.
Is that how you pronounce
Is
it?
he out? Ismail Cisse?
I think I read that he's out for the season.
That's
Dang.
unfortunate.
Well,
How you do that in training?
I don't know what he was doing exactly. I'm not a. I mean, you know what kind of weird workouts and
I'm
lifts
trying to
you
think.
guys do.
Who Mallet got hurt during training one day. I think he dropped a weight on his foot.
How did Niall get hurt? Did he get hurt
Practice.
running around?
It was in practice.
Broke his ankle or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
I remember we talked to. That was when.
The worst. That's the worst for a coach when a guy gets hurt doing something like that.
By the way, Anna Samova just won the match against Sabalenka, and she'll advance to the finals. So that is exciting. What a great match. Sabalenka was feeling a little salty earlier. Oh, she can give her a hug. It's good. You're being a big old baby earlier, so good for you. Anyway, congratulations. That's fantastic. So happy for her. What a good story. Hope she wins the whole thing. Anyway, what were we talking about? Injuries. Yeah, I remember we had Chris Bond on. He was our Razorback reporter then, man. I thought he was going to cry on the segment the next day.
When Now got hurt.
Yeah, because it was actually we were at Pine Bluff Floorball. I remember and we were there on that Friday, and he was on the phone. He was upset. It was awful. I hated for Niall, but he came back and had a pretty good finish to his career. And then he freaked him out at the combine and got a pretty good draft spot.
Say who's one? I mean, I would say that's up there, but in Razorback history, what's one of the biggest hurt right before the season start out for the entire year?
Boy, Niles up there.
There's got to be more, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Seems like it's happened in baseball a bunch.
Yeah.
In the last 5 years.
Okay.
Right? Seems like there's been a pretty significant baseball one or two along the way.
I can't think of many.
Yeah.
Basketball?
Can't think of too many. It has some that have happened during the season, like Boogie last year, and we had what's his face go down a couple of years ago.
Like who would be like with
his knee?
Our Kyrie. Didn't Kyrie get hurt like after his first game?
Who am I? Hang on, stay here for a second. Who am I thinking of?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Julius Randle, by the way?
No, I'm talking about Brazil. Brazil. Yeah. But anyway, obviously he's
and
we're like, okay, is he gonna get back to?
Still there.
It sucks when you before the season. That's awful. I mean, it's bad getting hurt during the season, but man, you don't get to play. Although I guess for eligibility wise, maybe it is better to do it before the season than in the season.
Get you that good little gray shirt.
I guess. Trying to think what else I wanted to get into. Oh, I saw a story in the Democrat Gazette today. They were talking about strength of schedule, and again, it depends who you ask. But Arkansas is going to again have one of the toughest top three. I would think is safe to say when you look at consensus. Toughest schedules in the SEC, not nationally, but in the SEC, which probably means nationally too, or among the most, nationally. So, Arkansas opponents were 106-53 last season. It ranks the most difficult among the schedules for all 136 FBS teams for the season upcoming.
Good,
but again,
nice, right?
It just depends. Again, a lot of teams lose a lot of guys. You don't know what you got coming back. Every year's different.
I can't take these for what they are anymore.
No, every team
of that
can be totally different year to year.
Yeah.
So, Kentucky, Mississippi State also have among the top three hardest schedules this year. So, again, the teams that already have their uphill climbs have got plenty of difficulty. On the opposite end, Missouri, number 91 nationally as far as the returning strength of schedule, I guess. Again, it's hard to gauge from last year, but Tennessee 86, Ole Miss 68. But, again, it doesn't mean a lot. And we'll see. I mean, these preseason polls, people have said, well, maybe we should play a few games before we start ranking people. Has that ever been more true than it is now?
I say that all the time. I say give it 3 weeks.
I didn't used to think that way, but now I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I mean, who fell off so quick last year?
Florida State.
Florida State.
Yep. Look at Texas A&M in baseball this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they rebounded by the end of the season, but
just completely different teams every year.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can really. I mean, you can rank them based off of core players coming back.
Yeah.
Would you say that's about it?
Yeah, that's probably how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny when I get a preseason vote in the poll for like the ASUN basketball. I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea what these other schools, because again, you don't know how many guys got rated. You don't know, there was a kid that was playing on, what was it? He was playing on North Florida a couple years ago, and then he's starting for Tennessee the next year. I'm like,
Chaz Winear.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
The only way you would know in football is if you traveled to every SEC team school and watched a week's worth of practice.
Yeah, nobody does that.
I would say, or I'd take the back, maybe even a couple days of practice to have an idea of what it looks like.
But nobody does that.
I know. So I don't know how else you would have a good idea of what the team is going to.
I think it's safe to say Arkansas is going to have a formidable schedule because in addition to your regular schedule, you're playing a very good mid-major in Memphis, and you're playing, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll say Arkansas's apparently been putting in that work. I was talking to Grant Cook last night. He was talking about Big Shaq, Jaquan McCoy, the transfer we got in from Oregon. His big thing is big guy, but, he's got to start getting in shape and he's got to lose some weight. Apparently he's shedding quite a few pounds and looks like he's in tip-top shape. You get a guy like that moving around and being a little bit more mobile, we may be talking about a little something. But still, we got to wait and see.
Might we?
Might we?
Who do you think's the backup quarterback?
For us, right now, I would say KJ Jackson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it KJ Jackson or is it J for Jackson?
No,
it's KJ Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, because another KJ, but hopefully one that
There's
doesn't,
another J in there somewhere.
Doesn't drive a Ferrari or run around his own red carpet.
Probably a junior.
Yeah, maybe so.
Mm-hmm. Third string, I would say Grayson Wilson now.
We didn't talk about this. Do you see, I guess it was Ledbetter, Austin Ledbetter? Went to, he's transferring to.
Does that name sound familiar?
Is that right? Is that what I'm thinking?
Played at Bryant.
Yeah. He's transferring to Henderson State to finish.
I didn't see that.
He did some baseball and. Am I thinking of the right guy? That was reported yesterday.
I think so. Was he a walk-on?
I don't know because he was a baseball guy too. He pitched in Omaha a couple years ago. Nobody's helping me here.
I don't remember.
I thought I read that. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong platter. Yep. He's got 2 more years left. That's right. Anyway, best of luck to him. That's a pretty good get for Henderson State.
Yep.
So, all right. That's all I got. You want to hear more from Coach Cal?
Yeah, how'd that go overall? Was it just kind of...
I mean, I didn't see any of the practices, but I mean, it sounds like they got up-tempo pretty good from what I was reading about.
Is this normal to have a press conference this early?
I don't know. I think it's good, though, to kind of keep them on the radar, and then you're going to be all football starting next week with media days, and then we got countdown to kickoff.
That is next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, July's rolling.
I know, it goes fast. It seems like the time in between where there isn't much to talk about has been
It gets shorter and
squeezed.
shorter every year.
It seems like it. You know, you get your little bumper crop of things like this, and then, in a couple weeks you got the Open Championship, you got the MLB draft this week, Major League playoffs will be coming up soon. I mean,
I don't know. We talk about this being the drought of there hadn't been a day where we haven't had something to talk about.
that's true. Usually somebody does something stupid and we can get into that.
Yeah.
The
Speaking of stupid, did you hear about that awful crash with that grandma and her son?
Who's stupid?
The grandma and
boy.
the son.
Talk to me, Goose. What happened?
Oh, man. So grandma took her grandson to Missouri to go buy a new Corvette.
Okay.
All right? And he's already been arrested. He didn't have a license, all right?
You know that they have Corvettes over at Guadney. You don't have to
They
drive
do.
to Missouri. A purple one, too.
Well, this dude doesn't have a driver's license, and he has a record here for bad driving, okay?
Okay.
So grandma takes him there, and where it turns sad, people lost their life. I'll just go ahead and bring that in. 3 girls lost their life.
Jeez.
But, 2 girls. I'm sorry, 2 sisters. On their way back, Granny and this dude are racing from Missouri to Fayetteville. They called gapping, where one gets out ahead of another, then one person closes the gap, blah, blah, blah. Granny's going 120. Grandson's going 150.
How old's grandson?
Granny's 73.
Oh, my God.
Grandson is 23, 24, somewhere around there. And so
They're both in Corvettes?
I'm not sure what she's in. He's driving his new Corvette back, but he's also texting his sister, bragging about him gapping. That's what it's called in the street racing thing. He ends up smashing into the back of this RAV4 going 150 miles an hour. RAV4 was going 53 miles an hour. It hit so hard, it bumped the RAV4 up to 90 miles an hour.
How did he not see the car?
He's going 150. I don't
Still.
know. Idiots.
Well,
out
I've never
there.
driven 150, so I don't
Okay,
know.
how would he even get? They let him drive off the lot with his car.
I think Granny just bought it and did it. I need to find the details how he was able to get it.
That'd be easy.
But it sounded like Granny got it.
Yeah, if
You
Granny
know?
buys it, gets off the
Okay,
lot with
he
it, and then
wasn't
he's
there.
like,
Okay.
jump in.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going home.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and then
So the girls are in the RAV4?
They hit the back of the RAV4, bumped her into oncoming semi. Both lost their life.
Oh, my.
It's awful.
What do you do with that kid?
It's awful. And then this dude, the kid, like I said, he already got cited for evading police on a 4-wheeler.
How do you do that?
He also got cited for, I think, stealing grandma's car at one point.
I need to know more about this evading police on a 4-wheeler.
This dude's wild.
He's going off road. They can't chase him. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
And then
Where does he live?
Oh, they were going back to Scranton. Where's that at?
Scranton, Arkansas?
Is it? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
They're going back to Scranton.
He's going to be in the Washington County Jail here for a while. But
yeah. But Granny bailed out. $250,000 bill.
she bailed him out?
She bailed herself out.
Okay.
I think he's still
Yeah.
in there. But yeah, she was on. Her court date's coming up here pretty soon.
What do you give her?
I mean,
She can't be facing a felony charge, right?
she has to be up there.
Why?
She's racing her grandson
She
going up
didn't
to
reckon
150
anything, though.
to 120 miles an hour.
I'm not even going to put that on her.
She bought the car.
Yeah, but I mean, I can buy you a knife, but if you go out and stab a bunch of people with it, that's not on me. Right?
Fair. Yeah,
mean,
but he didn't have a driver's license. She knew it though.
Okay, well,
There's
It
got
has
to
to be
something,
something, right?
I mean, I'm sure she'll get slapped with something, but if she's got a decent attorney, I can't imagine she's facing felony charges. This dude's screwed. He's going to spend a significant amount of time in jail. How old are the young ladies?
Oh, let me look. I don't want to
Teens,
say it wrong.
20s, 30s?
I think teens, 20s.
Doesn't
somewhere
matter. It's
between
awful.
there.
It's
Yeah, teens,
horrendous.
20s.
3 of them?
2. Sorry, they're sisters.
Regardless, that's horrific. What an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, grandma's dumb. The kid's dumber. Again, I'm not a professional driver, but, I mean, come on, man. You didn't see the car driving in front. And by the way, if you're going 150, this just in, everybody around you is going way slower than you.
Yeah.
You stupid idiot. That's horrible. On a lighter note, we've got another match coming up here. Iga Swiatek taking on Belinda Bencic. Don't really know her. She's not seeded. Much more formful on the men's side. I don't know if you saw yesterday, but unfortunately for us, Ben Shelton went down yesterday to Jannik Sinner, and then Djokovic beat another Italian dude yesterday. So Italian tennis apparently pretty good right now, but it's going to be Sinner and Djokovic advancing, and they will play one another tomorrow. It's Friday. Yep, tomorrow. That is the late match. The early match is Taylor Fritz, the lone American left, against Carlos Alcaraz. So the men's side, not exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, but close enough. You got a really, really good couple of matches set up for the semis tomorrow for the men at Wimbledon. Pretty hyped about that. Sam Pittman Live has been announced. His schedule starts on August the 20th. Second will be the following week, so he's going to be on Wednesday nights all the way through the season. I'm sure there's a couple of off weeks along the way there. But, yeah, it looks like the first weekend the first Wednesday in November, there will not be a show. And I'm assuming around the other open date there won't be one, but I don't see that on the calendar here. 3, 10, 17, 24. Oh, yeah, 1st of October is also, they're not doing one. So, anyway, Wednesday nights, I assume they're doing it at the same place. Catfish Hole, like usual. Yep, absolutely. So, if you're in that neighborhood and you want to go see Coach and Chuck do the show, you're welcome to it. Won't be long. How many days till football starts? We haven't updated our board yet, have we?
Oh, man.
What day's the first game?
While.
August 23rd. I'm sure of it.
You know the math on that?
23 plus.
21. 44, right?
How many days are left in this month?
July's 31, right? So we got
30
21 days.
Yep. 21, yes. 21 and 23, 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, 44 days. Let's go. It's coming fast, baby. Cannot wait. It's 10:27. Stick around. More from Coach Cal and the players after the break, and we'll get into whatever you want to talk about. 501-661-1037. The D3 Auto Sales text line is open. Same number. And you can hit us up on our live fan feedback through our Listen Live button.
I felt so good, like anything was possible. Hit cruise control.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is SportsCenter.
Another historic contract in the National Basketball Association, this time for Suns guard Devin Booker. Last week, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder signed a contract for $285 million that paid out $71.25 million annually. Well, Booker gets a 2-year, $145 million contract that will pay out $72.5 million annually. That is the richest figure in the history of the National Basketball Association. Booker will be 29 in October. He averaged 26 points per game last year, 7.1 assists, and 4.1 rebounds on 46% shooting from the floor. And in tennis yesterday, it was Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner advancing to one of the semifinals at Wimbledon. On the other side of things, it'll be Taylor Fritz and Carlos Alcaraz. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Tiretown Point S in Benton presents Trey Biddy when he joins Justin and DJ in the Zone every Monday to talk all things Razorbacks. Trey Biddy in the Zone brought to you by Tiretown Point S in Benton. Find them online at pointstire.com.
Summer's here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointtire.com.
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer vehicles built to last with options for every lifestyle. State-of-the-art technology, unbeatable performance, and the comfort you deserve. It's all waiting for you at Red River. Visit us online at redriverauto.com.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over 10 years ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison, Arkansas Municipal Equipment specializes in refuse and recycle equipment. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, and roll-off dumpsters. But they don't just sell it to you. You can get parts and service for all makes and models for refuse equipment. Their technicians travel the state to take care of you. AME, it's the service after the sale.
The Rock City Margarita Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, is back and happening July 19th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at Stubbs.net. Come sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. The Rock City Margarita Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show.
Do you ever wonder whatever happened way back when? If I see you again, baby, you ever wonder? Oh, you might wish things could change.
Now, you are through to the semi-final here at Wimbledon for a 14th time, more than any other man. Do you consider, or how significant do you consider that achievement?
In Wimbledon, you said, right? Yeah. Sorry, a lot of numbers in the head.
52nd Grand Slam semi-final.
No, of course, Wimbledon is, still remains, and always will be the most special tournament that we have in our sport. I mean, at least in my opinion, I think in many players' opinion, and of course, it means the world to me that I'm still able at 38 to play final stages of Wimbledon. You know, the tournament that I always. Thank you for cheering for my age. I really appreciate it. It's beautiful. Makes me feel very young.
Oh, the Joker moving on back in the semis. And again, 2 great matches coming up tomorrow. We've got one more women's semifinal today, and we've got an American guaranteed to be in the final on the women's side. We'll see if we can match that with the men's side. A little tougher for Fritz trying to get through Alcaraz, but best of luck to him. A little more from Wimbledon, then we'll dive back in on what's happening with basketball. And again, next week we've got SEC Media Days. Excited about that. Very excited. So always good stuff coming out of that. And Baz and Trey always do a great job down there. So looking forward to hearing a bunch from them. This is Yannick Sinner, who is the #1 seed, talking about Wimbledon.
Yeah, of course. I remember the first time playing on center court. I do remember the first times playing, semifinals here, and it's it's very, very special. So I'm of course looking forward to it. But in the other way, I believe, especially when you're young, 20, 22, 23, 24, 1 year, it makes such a difference because you get more into, big stages, you get used to it, and obviously it feels so amazing. Wimbledon, it's the most special tournament we have throughout the calendar, so being again here in the last four means a lot to me, and hopefully, it's going to be a good match, the next one. Let's see who I'm going to play against, but I'm, of course, looking forward to it.
Well, now he knows who he's playing, so I don't know how excited he is about that. So Wimbledon's kind of the thing, right? Like, Wimbledon is the tournament. French Open's awesome.
Is it the Super Bowl?
It's the Masters of tennis.
I would say the Masters is the equivalent in golf. And, again, you're in a special place. It's the same place every year. I mean, all these majors are, though. They're a little bit different, I guess, because that's one thing about tennis is all your Grand Slam events are in the same place.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Golf's a little different, and you do move around a bit. So, like, U.S. Open, different places, Open Championship, different places. And, obviously Augusta is special because it's always in the same spot. PGA Championship's the other one, of course, always in a different place. So it is cool, and venues matter, and history matters, and the significance of it is, I think, in line with the fact that you go back to the same place like this. Not to mention there's something about the green grass of Wimbledon and the way that Augusta looks, too.
Has someone won on all – is there 3 surfaces in tennis?
Yeah.
Has someone, won on all of them in the same year?
Yes.
I'm sure.
Called a Golden Slam.
Golden Slam?
Yeah.
I don't know who's done it. Hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, it's been – I know Rod Waver did it, I'm pretty sure, but there's been a few others.
Is it something more common like back in the day before everyone started getting so good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Steffi did it, Steffi Graf.
You get 2 hard courts in there, and then the French with the clay and Wimbledon.
2 different hard courts?
Well, Australian and U.S.
Oh, okay, but okay.
Mm-hmm. So for golf, kind of interesting. Rory McIlroy, I guess it's the Scottish Open this week, and then they've got the Open Championship next week. So it's going to be a crazy week next week. We've got great golf. We've got SEC Media Days. So next week's going to be a ton of fun. But Rory was asked at a press conference yesterday about playing at these different venues, and he made a funny joke. Rory's not a comedian by any stretch of the imagination, but he made a little crack. And so I would say if I am the course he's talking about, I would definitely take advantage of this and try to utilize it to my advantage. But I thought it was just kind of funny. When people who aren't funny make jokes, sometimes it's even more funny.
I think it's the same thing. If venues in golf matter to you, it maybe puts a little bit more pressure on you. So, I'd love to win an Open at Portrush, absolutely. I'd love to win an Open at St Andrews. I'd love to win a U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. I'd love to win a PGA at PGA Frisco. Not, but no. But it's like there's venues in the game that just mean a little bit more. Frisco might get there one day. Who knows?
He made a not joke. DJ, did you pick up on that?
Mm-hmm.
PGA Frisco, not.
I don't know what that means.
It's like, you know how not jokes work.
Not?
Yeah.
You're handsome, DJ.
Oh,
not.
Okay.
Like that. That was, he kind of slid it in there.
Okay.
Also, his accent may have thrown you off.
Okay.
Anyway, it was pretty funny. But if you're PGA Frisco, I assume that's a real course. Don't you utilize that to your advantage? Don't you have to go social media crazy on that?
Yeah.
We're we think we're pretty great. Or maybe you make a not. Rory McIlroy's our favorite golfer. Not. Right?
That's a good one. That's a good comeback.
If they were good.
I saw this posted on Barstool today, and they also posted this, which is the explanation of not joke, so if you don't get it. This is Borat visiting with a guy who helped him understand how Americans perceive comedy and humor.
Okay.
What is a not jokes?
A not joke is when we're trying to make fun of something, and what we do is we make a statement that we pretend is true, but at the end we say not, which means it's not true.
So teach me how to make one.
All right. What color is your suit?
This suit is gray.
Gray. I would call it blue, okay?
It's gray.
All right, it's blue-gray, but it's certainly not black, right? All right. Let's say it's gray, but it's not...
It is gray.
Okay, so a not joke was, I would say, that suit is black. Not.
This suit is not black.
No, not has to be the end.
Okay.
Okay.
This suit is black, not.
This suit is black. Pause. You know what a pause is?
Yes.
This suit is black. Not.
This suit is black. Pause, not.
No, you don't say pause. This suit is black. That's a pause.
Not. This suit is black.
Okay. I'm not quite...
Is that Sasha
Baron Cohen?
Yeah.
Yes. So good. That whole interaction with this guy, I mean, he talks about things that are funny and aren't funny. Like, is it funny to make fun of? And I'm not going to go into it, but you should find the clip. It's hilarious. And I was like, Christian, I wish we could play this whole thing on the air because it is hilarious.
Is that most of the type of roles he plays?
That's a role, but like the interaction's organic. The guy has no script.
The guy has no clue.
He has no idea what's happening.
That's
Remember, you had the one with the former legislator from Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Pryor.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I don't know that he knew he was getting got, but it was, oh my gosh, hilarious. Anyway, so Rory's making not jokes in case you're interested.
He is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me Rory McIlroy was.
Sasha.
He is super golfer.
Is it a spoiler to say who he is?
Not for most of us because we probably don't even know who it is.
Are you going to watch Ironheart?
I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Who is who and what are we talking about? What's Ironheart?
I feel like everyone knows
I don't know.
when it got released.
I'm standing right here. Hello?
He's Mephisto.
I don't know
Which
who
is the
that
devil.
is.
He's big bad dude.
In what?
In the Marvel world.
Okay.
That's the devil in Marvel.
Is the
Okay.
devil.
In what? Where?
What do you mean where?
What
in
production?
the MCU now.
MCU, like all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he been in a movie?
No.
No, he's in the
he
TV
just got
show, which is
introduced.
going to tie into
When I
the
say
end of the
where,
shows.
I mean what movie. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, he'll probably be in.
So
we don't know
nowhere.
yet.
So the answer is nowhere.
He's in
Yet.
the Ironheart series at the very end.
What's Ironheart? I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I think I speak for the general public. I have no
really?
idea what you're talking about.
Sorry, you seen Wakanda Forever?
Is that the second one?
Yes.
No. I seen the first one.
Okay.
It was real good.
Then you wouldn't know.
I know.
It's hard to explain.
What's Ironheart?
Ironheart's about a girl named Riri Williams who's a
Say that 3 times fast.
Riri Williams, and she's
She related to you?
Genius. Kind of like they would say.
So she's your alter ego.
She rivals Tony Stark
Okay.
in Genius, and
All right.
she builds a suit because she's inspired by it, like Tony Stark.
I don't know if Tony Stark's really a genius. He's a legacy.
No, he's a genius.
He's pretty smart.
His dad was a billionaire. How cool would he be? I don't know.
That's what they kind of poke at in this new series. That's
Okay.
what she said. If he wasn't a billionaire, then he wouldn't be who he is.
He
but
made that stuff in a cave, man.
with scraps. Tony Stark's a man. Put some respect on his name.
He did. Big deal.
He did die.
Let's move on.
What a way to go out, though, right? You ever think about that? Like, if you were to go out saving the world, wouldn't that be pretty cool?
No.
You mean better? Save the world and live.
Yeah.
Reap the benefits.
What's the best? Like Bruce Willis on Armageddon? It's a pretty good way to go.
What do you do?
What?
I don't remember that.
I haven't seen that movie in like 15 years.
The best way to go out is...
Remember that the signal didn't work, so somebody had to stay
he
behind
had
and
to
push
stay
the
behind.
button.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. Yeah.
The best way to go out is flying your ship into an alien ship to save the world.
So,
Like in
Independence
Independence Day.
I would say like Prometheus.
Like crazy dude, what's his
That's a
name?
good one, too.
What was his name? Quaid, Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid, yeah.
Crazy Randy Quaid.
Oh, his ship, his F-16.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't in it. I thought he was flying one of the.
No, he was in
flying the alien ship.
No.
Randy Quaid?
And he said, "Up yours."
Yeah.
He was in a fighter jet.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Will Smith and Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, they were in the alien ship.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. I clearly need a refresher course.
Didn't they make another Independence Day? I completely forgot
Yeah,
about
with
that.
his son. Or not his son, but his
I never watched that.
okay, yeah.
I didn't either.
I don't think I will.
I didn't see Wakanda Forever either. Was it good?
Yeah.
Did they have the same villain?
No.
They had Namor.
Namor, which is like an anti.
He's a fish guy. He's a fish man.
Does he have gills?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They say he's the first
He's the
mutant.
first mutant. Yeah.
Oh, is he supposed to be in the MCU or the other one?
He's MCU.
There's no mutants in the other one.
No, what's the other one though?
DC?
No, but you know what I'm talking about. The show that's all about mutants. The
X-Men.
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 Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
It's
He was
MCU.
created
Are
before
X-Men
the X-Men.
MCU?
Yeah.
They are now. Yeah.
Well, they weren't.
No.
They're still all Marvel.
Is E.T. a Jedi though? That's what I wanna know.
1000%.
We cover all our bases here.
think so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break.
I got a sort of question today. We can
All
come
right.
up with another one if we want. Will you watch? You mentioned it earlier, so it made me think. Will you watch any of the MLB draft? Yes or no? Which I think this is on a bad day. Like, why don't we do it on Sunday?
I don't watch drafts generally
I
speaking.
don't watch the MLB one because it seems the least consequential.
For immediate impact, probably so.
Yeah,
It
like,
also
you may not see these guys for like 3 years.
True. It's also the least promoted.
Yeah.
Like, all you hear about is NFL draft, NFL. Even the NHL draft, you hear a bunch about, and the NBA draft's incredibly impactful, of course. So yeah, you're right. I think it's maybe if they had a little better promotion. I mean, hell, we hear about the WNBA draft more than we do about the MLB draft.
Yeah, it's like I know the guys that are getting drafted, but they may not play in the league for like 3 years.
Did you see the announcement on NBA 2K?
Yes, SGA is the cover.
And?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. What are we doing?
And Carmelo Anthony.
It's stupid.
I don't know.
2K?
Yes.
They've had women cover versions.
It's fine to have the women's cover version, but you have the best player in the men's side, and then you have the 25th best player on the women's side. What are we doing?
She's been playing well recently.
I don't care that she's been playing well. She's not an MVP.
No, she's not.
She's not a top 5 player even.
Just put Asia Wilson on the cover every year.
Thank you. I'm fine with that. Even Caitlin Clark, from a notoriety standpoint at least, you got that. But, like, put the MVP
Collier
on there.
for Minnesota. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. Or just put Sophie Cunningham on there. That's fine, too.
The boss.
It's stupid. I'm not one of the Angel Reese haters either. I'm just like, you don't belong alongside the NBA MVP. You're not the MVP of your league. You're not even the best player on your own team.
That would be like putting who on the cover of 2K?
Okay, let me think about that. The comp for that would be
an all-star, but not a high-tier all-star.
Yeah, an also-ran all-star who gets a bunch of rebounds but doesn't score very much, although she is scoring better.
It'd be like putting Draymond Green on the cover.
That's a great comp.
Fair? I don't know.
That's
Draymond
actually
Green's a Hall of Famer.
That might be a perfect comp.
Draymond Green's a Hall of Famer, but yeah.
I mean, could Angel be one?
Sure, why not? If she averages 15 and 15 the rest of her career.
She's Andre Drummond.
Okay.
Okay.
Which Andre Drummond was an all-star once.
He is not a Hall of Famer.
No.
You than me until you use me up.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Old number 53 here, and back in my day, I was fortunate to be around some great teams, along with some great teammates. And even now, all these years later, I'm also grateful to be a part of a great team here at 103.7 The Buzz. But you know another great team that I've come to appreciate over the years? It's the team over at Edwards Food Giant, and there are 11 stores located all over the metropolitan area, including their Edwards Cash Saver stores. And let me tell you this, if you haven't been to the newest Edwards Food Giant in North Little Rock in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center, you really need to stop by there. This store is truly the most beautiful grocery store that I've ever been inside of. The layout with their used selection and inventory, including their deli and salad bars, is the best. Of course, their meat department at Edwards will truly blow you away too. That newest Edwards store has everything from heat and eat, meal solutions, weekly specials, to a giant wine department, to their dry-aged beef that's been temperature and humidity controlled for 28 days in their cooler, resulting in a steak that's tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. So see for yourself why the team at Edwards Food Giant is now Central Arkansas's favorite place to shop.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive your choice of a free 3,500 PSI pressure washer or inverter 2,200 watt generator. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry, supplies are limited and offer ends July 31st. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pond Street in Cabot, and find them on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds, we'll hear from Richard Davenport. Of course, we're talking recruiting and Razorback football, but we're going to talk some Razorback basketball with him. Richard was at the open practice Wednesday. Also coming up, we're talking golf with Carson Roberts. He is the executive director of the Arkansas Golf Association. And we'll talk some high school football. All that and a whole lot more coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Early in the morning when the sun does rise, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes. Late in the evening when the sun sinks low, that's about the time my rooster crows. I got women up and down this creek, and keep me going and my engine clean. Run me ragged but I don't fret, 'cause there ain't been one slow me down none yet.
Oh, boy. Can't fix everything that's wrong in your life, but if you got an orthopedic problem, UAMS Ortho Now is here to help. They've been open for actually a handful of months now, so you know about UAMS Health, and you know about the orthopedic doctors over there. We've had Dr. Barnes on, and we have Dr. O'Malley every other week, so you know they've got fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons there at Ortho Now. And this is a walk-in clinic for any kind of injury you've got, sports injury, joint pain, sprained ankle, back pain. Maybe you overdid it over the weekend. I woke up with a sore back today.
Uh-oh.
I was like, maybe I was swinging a little too hard at the driving range yesterday. Or maybe I'm just old. But if you have a significant issue, they will take x-rays if necessary, and they will get you figured out and get you fixed up and get you on your way. 8 until 8, Monday through Friday, and on Saturday they're open from 8 until noon. It is conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. It's right in the middle of town, right off I-630. So convenient to get in. And you don't have to call ahead, but if you have questions or maybe you want to check on something, or just, hey, let them know you're coming. I got a real bad ankle. I'll be there in a minute. 501-686-8674, 501-686-TOSH. Go see our friends at Ortho Now. You'd be glad you did. I mean, if you want to live in pain, that's on you, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. I want to live in pain, DJ.
I don't.
Not.
No.
See what I did there? See, that's a not joke.
You going to do that all day?
Yes.
Maybe.
I might do this all day.
Nah.
I might, actually. I think I may. You know, maybe I'll do that. I got a 5-hour drive with my girl in the car. Maybe I'll do that the whole time.
How fast would that get annoying?
Oh, pretty quick, I think, yeah.
Within 10 minutes?
Nah, she might pull the wheel into a ditch. I'm not a nerd, says Ethan. What movie series are they talking about? You are a nerd, Ethan, but for a different reason.
Talking about MCU.
Okay.
And I don't even watch Marvel.
What's the next Marvel movie to come out?
Fantastic Four.
That's Marvel 2 now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's been Marvel.
It's always been Marvel. It just
they
hasn't
never-
been part of the MCU. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fox owned it, right? Or
Yes.
Sony?
Why can't we just let them be in their own little world?
It really doesn't make sense. Like, we're going through Marvel movies with Titus now, and we, because I haven't even seen them all. But we watched Iron Man, and it's like,
The original, the OG?
yeah, with Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
And it's like there's all these other superheroes in the world, and like there's mutants that are causing problems on the other side of the country, but
Mhm.
we never hear anything about them in the MCU ever. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's weird. My son has seen every movie, every Marvel movie. In fact, he spent an entire summer one year, a couple years ago, and he took his grandparents, and he would go over there every day. It was kind of sweet. And
Okay.
they watched the entire Marvel series in order.
Cool.
You know?
Okay, yeah.
So just so it all makes sense. Like, they're not in order of release
Like release
dates.
order or chronological?
No, like chronological order. Yeah. It's a pretty sharp deal. I should probably do that with him.
What do you like better, chronological or release? I prefer release.
I go with the release. That's how they were intended to be watched, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Good Lord, says this person with the 501. I grew some black horn-rimmed glasses and a pocket protector listening to that. Yeah. You guys don't think it's nerdy because it's your deal, but
that's pretty good.
DJ just killed Justin's Borat segment. I don't know if he did.
Not.
That Independence Day sequel is hot garbage. Y'all aren't missing anything, says Jake.
I figured it was. That's why I didn't watch it.
We should do a short bracket deal, like a week-long bracket thing on what is the worst sequel ever made.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, some of the best.
Grease 2?
Grease 2's, I don't know, depends who you ask.
It's not good.
I've never
care what
seen
people
it.
Say.
I know people who like it.
Caddyshack 2?
It's got to be bad. Who's the guy? Who's the comedian in that? Jackie, what's his last name? I can see his face. DJ, you're thinking of one. Go ahead.
Not Gleason.
No, we were talking about sequels that just got better and better.
There's a million of those.
Rush Hour. Rush Hour.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know if
I never saw anything but the first one.
I don't think
Really?
the third's the best.
No,
right?
the Rush Hour 2 is pretty fun.
The second
Rush
Bad
Hour
Boys
2
was
is probably
good.
the best.
Yes.
Bad Boys 2 is the best one, probably.
Lethal Weapon 2 was good.
Yeah.
Don't most people say it's when they go for 3 when they should stop?
Usually. I mean, I'd say the same for like 48 Hours. Another 48 Hours was pretty good. What was the third one with, Beverly Hills Cop? Third Beverly Hills Cop was awful. Third Superman was terrible. That was the one with Richard Pryor. Horrible.
Yeah.
With Christopher Reeve?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Axel F, also bad.
Yes, they definitely should have stopped. It was terrible. This person says, Justin, perhaps you need another vacation. Not. I am off tomorrow, but it's for a wedding, so shut up. Caddyshack 2 is the worst, this person says. Calling it MCU is almost as bad as DJ calling meteorologist Mets.
That's what it's called, right?
No one calls them Mets
Yes, they
outside of your office.
Worst sequel.
You know what? That's another question today. What's the worst sequel of all time?
Well, we should do it as a bracket.
Okay, we'll
Joe
do it.
Dirt 2, hands down, this person says.
Yeah.
I never saw
I
it.
watched 5 minutes, and that was enough for me.
Is he in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bad. It was a Crackle original, if that tells you anything.
Crackle.
When
who was telling us about? Oh, it was Christy Mann yesterday telling us that the wrestling in North Dakota is on
Flow
TV. I was like, okay.
You remember maybe 10 years ago they did a Dumb and Dumber sequel?
Yeah.
Awful.
Didn't like it.
Dumb and Dumber, I think.
Lately, I've been listening, says JW, and I think I lose more brain cells. It's like Dumb and Dumber has their own radio station.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Not.
I'll tell you, they're going to love it.
It's good work. Question for Justin. Morning Mayhem plays a clip of you saying, I'm so sick of your ignorance. Don't ever call my show. What is the story behind that? I don't know. They're obsessed with me?
Who called, I wonder?
I have no
Was
idea.
it Michael?
Who knows? Who knows? I think it's funny. Listen, I hope they're talking about me. It's great. 51 days till Razorback football. Our game is the 30th, not the 23rd. We're talking until college football, smarty pants. The first college football game is the 23rd of August. I'm quite sure of it. If you'd like to make a wager.
Is that the Iowa State game?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is, actually, now that you mention it.
That's the very first one?
Yep.
Okay.
James is ready to pay his debt to Justin Golf at Tannenbaum. I don't know who James is, but I'll take it. I like Tannenbaum. I think. I've never played there, actually. I've always wanted to go up there and play, but I never have done it. James, what do you owe me for? Somebody sent me the link. Boy is charged with second-degree murder. Grandma's charged with manslaughter. Ain't no way that's sticking. She'll get that. She'll plead that down, I bet. I'll bet you $15. Grease 2. Yeesh.
What about Rings? Remember The Ring?
The Ring? Like, I don't remember
And then
any
they
of
have
the
one
sequels.
called Rings.
No.
Well, they went Alien to Aliens, and Aliens was good.
Aliens was awesome.
Yeah.
Good sequel.
Angry Buckeye. Granny's absolutely responsible. I don't know about that. I'll be curious to see how that legally plays out. Jaws: The Revenge. How deep was that? What happened in Jaws 2?
Did Spielberg have anything to do with the second one?
I'm assuming. I think it was okay.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you.
Brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Catch the buzz on all of our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
World champion of what? 103.7 The Buzz, your world champions of sports radio.
Don't get me wrong.
KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The case of an escaped murderer in North Arkansas will be discussed at the state capitol today. Grant Harden escaped from prison in Calico Rock in May. He was caught 12 days later. This week, 2 people were fired in connection with the escape. The Department of Corrections has not said who those 2 were, their positions, or the exact reason they were fired. The Board of Corrections made an initial review of his escape last month. They will be speaking at a legislative subcommittee meeting today, along with the Corrections Department. That meeting is set for 3 this afternoon. Park Plaza will host a back-to-school supply drive next month, but it's collecting donations now. The supplies will be given to students at Dunbar Middle School. There will be a special presentation during Park Plaza's back-to-school bash on August 2nd. You are asked to take donations to the mall to help students start the school year with success. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
We've got a hot, humid Thursday in the forecast with a 20% chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm later this afternoon. Most of us will stay dry. Highs today into the mid-90s. Partly cloudy conditions for tonight with lows in the mid-70s. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Christopher Pipkin.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
It's the Summer of 1,000 Engagements, and it's going on at Robert Irwin Jewelers right now. This summer, buy your diamond engagement ring, and you're going to get free diamond jewelry. Save up to 40% off during the Summer of 1,000 Engagement sale going on right now at Robert Irwin Jewelers.
50 years of the open road. The motorcycle that launched a feeling is back. Honda of Russellville is celebrating with the 2025 50th anniversary Honda Goldwing, a legend reborn for the next generation of riders, because it's always been about the journey, not just the destination. Ride into the future with a Goldwing or Goldwing Trike in stock now at Honda of Russellville. Find us on Facebook or visit hondaofrussellville.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher bringing you the word. The swan song of the Razorbacks in Omaha has some locals wondering if the Omahogs are cursed or jinxed. I can understand that. So close. But a few things to remember. Arkansas baseball is an elite program. DVH is a great coach. The team is consistently excellent and nationally respected. If the Hogs keep knocking on the door, it will eventually open. Like the Brooklyn Dodgers fans were fond of saying annually as they fell just short, wait till next year. Amen, brothers. Hog ball will never yield. While you're waiting for next year, how about some delicious ice cream from Doublebee's? We have the flavors you love that will help lower your core temperature. And ice cream is a lot more fun than eating ice chips. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agents Brian Kress, Monica Reiners, or Caleb Green in North Little Rock today.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable.
That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. We see people seizing opportunities, building communities, and achieving their dreams right in their hometowns. That's why we provide services, resources, and tools that help you accomplish what you want, where you want. Whether you're starting out, starting over, or starting something new, we have account options designed to work for you and your goals. At Southern Bank, we know where you're coming from because we're from here too. To start your relationship with Southern Bank, visit one of our local branches or online at bankwithsouthern.com. Member FDIC.
It's your Razor Hog update on Out of Bounds, brought to you by Standing Firm Farms in Greenbrier. StandingFirmFarms.com for high-end restaurant quality fresh Angus beef delivered to your doorstep.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Mike, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be with, and rappers hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, this is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth or does it stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and give 100%.
Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those other fellas he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100%.
All right, welcome back. No judgment from me. 11:09, 10:09 Mountain Time. Got some more D3 Auto Sales text offerings here. DJ Williams is in the house. So happy to have him.
Thanks, man.
I mean, he works here, but
yeah,
it's good to have him anyway.
Something
Christian's
like
here. Also works here. Very fortunate to have him. Been a big proponent of Christian's from early on. Christian, I say, I don't mean this condescending. I hope it's taken in the right spirit that it is meant. You're probably our most improved player over the last 3 years in the entire station, I would say.
Yeah.
I would think nobody has made more strides on the air and also made efforts to get better, in the technical side of things, too, than you have, I would say. So,
I do think I used to be pretty awful, and now I'm not as awful.
there were people, I will tell you, I won't name names, they're like, I don't know about this dude's voice. I'm like, he's going to be fine. Just let him get comfortable.
What do you mean?
Just like he wasn't as comfortable or confident. And
Who? Him?
Christian? Yeah. You should have heard me when I started in television. I was horrendous. I can't believe I got hired.
I can't believe that I didn't get asked to, move on.
I thought I was going to get fired from my first job after a month.
I wouldn't say, I don't think I did anything to get fired, but it was bad enough for them to say, hey, it's just, you sure you don't want to keep trying to train and go back to the league?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is taking up some of your time.
Yeah, but look
That's
at
a
what
nice
you
way to
become.
do it.
You're a content creating guru now.
Yeah.
So many different ways.
But I still struggle
You might be
reading on air.
Honestly, I do too. I was never good reading a prompter.
It would help if I read before it came on the screen.
Yeah, pre-reading's good.
I cold read every day.
Yeah, even when I didn't cold read, I still struggle with it. I can't concentrate long enough to read well. I lose my train of thought so easily.
The 6 o'clock hour, so it's a rinse and repeat in news. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Essentially the same thing because we have different viewing audience, right? 4 o'clock, if you really want to see some interesting stuff.
Some ish.
Tune in.
Gotcha.
But by 6 o'clock.
Got it nailed?
Oh, it's perfect.
Do it in my sleep.
Yeah.
Little inside baseball with TV. When you're talking about the prompter, where is it in relation to the camera? Is it like right beside it?
No, it's over the face of the camera.
Over the camera lens.
Okay.
It's mirrored.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah. So there's a little TV here, and it underneath it, and it projects up onto where you're looking right at the camera and reading into the camera.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know who came up with
How
that technology.
big is it, would you say, the prompter?
I'd say
the
it's like
size of a monitor.
25-inch TV.
How far away are you?
Sometimes
Depends.
a long ways.
Sometimes a long like the closer you are, you can see people's eyeballs kind of reading. But the further away it is, I think you get away with it.
I
pretty
liked hosting Saturday morning daybreak.
Yeah.
Because there was some script, but a lot more free flow. And that's how a morning show is in general.
Yeah.
But you read a lot more news than I do because we had a newsreader, too, that would do that separately. So we would read some news stories, but not as much.
Yeah. I used to do a thing when people were like, try to do TikTok. The 4 a.m. when I would do it, I would set up a camera, one on the prompter, one on me, and let it roll live. And it would be my cold reading of the day. And then I would encourage people to go home and try to do it themselves. Yeah.
That's funny.
Because sometimes it is not my fault. If you pre-read your scripts, then you catch mistakes.
Sure.
But when you don't pre-read and there's a mistake in the script,
right?
Whew.
Well, you could say that's still your fault, couldn't you?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I could.
100%.
Because I should pre-read my scripts.
You should. I was also going to say, I don't know that there's any, not to sit here and, turn this into a Kiss DJ's behind thing. But I don't know that there's anybody in America that is doing more sort of wide-verse content than you are, because you're doing the podcast, you're doing a daily radio show, and you're doing TV every morning.
Thank you.
Plus whatever you do on social media. I mean, it's remarkable. Plus all the graphic stuff you do.
Thanks, man.
I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to pump you up. I'm just saying it is. If you think about it, most people who are creators have their niche, and they are doing one thing. They're not doing multiple things.
There's Stephen A., and they have a team doing everything.
Right.
For
Team
him.
would
But he's
be
not
nice.
doing all that anyway.
It is very bizarre.
got
So
podcasts on
I'll
TV.
say this too. Like
Do you have a radio show?
He used to. I don't think he does anymore.
Okay, sorry.
it is more satisfying to me
You're interrupting our praise.
to do the other side of I like being on camera. It's cool and everything, but I love the creation part of
Yeah,
things.
I think that's why I love you, and I think that's why I love you too, is because you guys are like me in one way, is that you're a look at this guy. You're not a look at me guy.
Well.
Being looked at as part of the job for us, but we are very much look at that kind of thing.
Well.
Like we like to call attention to cool things and talk about things that we think are cool or interesting. It's not about, hey, look at me, I'm so interesting.
I would love to produce a show. But it's hard to do it because I'm usually on the show.
You'd be disappointed with the talent.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
You're like, I can do that better.
Are you talking about like producing the TV show?
Yeah, like
Okay.
just the creative control part of it. I think it's cool. Shooting and stuff.
That's what's fun about the podcast. You have 100% control over that. That's why I like radio. We have a lot more control here than I did in TV. Because there's a big team of people, producer, audio guy, all that stuff. It's all on us.
You know, my favorite thing I probably do is one thing most people don't know I do. I shoot commercials for a company in town. And so I like schedule the shoots, get the lighting, get the mics, get the audio, do all this stuff. It's probably one of my favorite things I do. It's just hard to find time to do
I
it
also
more.
like your can-do attitude. You're like, oh, we can do that ourselves. Like we were talking about
100%.
painting the other day. He's like, well, I have a sprayer. I'm like, well, I didn't know you had a sprayer. I'm like, you go out there and try to roll your garage door. If it's got texture to it, it's going to look a little funky.
Right. Yeah.
Did you send the video to Christian?
Sprayer's solid.
Bro, he painted his entire... You got to do that for a living on the side. Another side
paint
gig.
garages.
Your boy's going to get mad over CertaPro that he starts selling his business. But no, I mean, it was amazing. He did it in like 10 minutes. It looked phenomenal.
That's great.
He painted his garage door?
Yes.
Wow.
That's spectacular.
You didn't have to like sand it or anything?
No, it was a new door that went on.
Okay.
And so it was...
You wanted brown to match the house.
Yeah, it needed to match the house.
Yeah. Easy DJ with that cold reading, you're going to pull a rainwater.
What happened?
Well, Randy he's had a history of, not lately, but he would read like live fan feedback or something, and somebody would put something in there about, I don't know, like Sarah Hunt's brother Mike, or somebody might say something about the sofa king, and if you read it real fast, it turns into things. Anyway, sometimes you get caught. Or maybe there's some funny names. I can play some stuff off the air.
Mayhoff,
I don't
first
think.
name Jack.
Yes.
That's where I don't think my producers would do that. They control what goes in there.
I think
so
they'd get
that
in
should be
trouble
fun.
if they did
Oh
that.
yeah, they would.
Yeah, that was like it was like that one the story of the Asian airliner that crashed.
Yes.
And
How they not pick that up?
I don't know, but
that was creative.
There was some people that got fired over that.
So Mallory Brooks, she made was it Jimmy Kimmel or something? Because she did a birthday shout out because on the noon show, the people could send in birthdays if they're over a certain age. Have you not seen this clip?
I think I have.
Yeah, and she gave a birthday shout out to E. It's spelled E. Norma Stitz.
Yeah.
And so,
Yes, I remember that.
And so, but if you read it, obviously what it sounds like, it clueless, had no idea. Oh, it was pretty good. I think it made a late night show.
Yeah, I think it did too. She's great. What a peach.
Yeah.
What's she doing these days?
Holding it down over there at Don Roberts. Her kids go to school there, so PTA and all this stuff. That's what it's called, right?
PTA, yes.
Yeah.
Parent-Teacher Association.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like something she'd be good at. Look at Me describes morning mayhem, says this person from the 501. I don't know about all that. Hey, DJ, I watch your show on 4 every morning. You do a great job as early as you start the day. It is remarkable. Your energy is incredible. I think I've got a lot of energy. I get up at like 4:30 or 5 every day, and I'm up until usually 10 or 10:30, but you're insane, man. It's amazing.
Thanks, man.
Granny should go down with the boy. He was
Yes.
only... Oh, this says he's 16. That's different than if he's in his 20s.
Is that person saying that?
They're saying he's 16. She made enough bad decisions in this transaction to lose
Yeah.
some freedom for a while. If he's
16.
under 18, it's a no-brainer. She is... Because he's a minor. You're going down with the ship. You're in big trouble. But I'm like, if he's a 20-something-year-old dude, I don't think of it in the same terms. But they're both culpable in some way, for sure.
She definitely seems like a bad influence.
No doubt. For those who missed this earlier,
very
DJ
least.
was telling us a story about this grandmother bought a Corvette and let her grandson drive it back home in Arkansas. They bought it in Missouri, and he was going 150 miles an hour and ran to the back of an SUV, and 2 women inside died. Sisters, I guess. This person from the 501, you guys are awesome. I'm only able to follow you because I've been listening since 10, bouncing around between Best Worst sequels, Granny and Grandson Story of the Corvette. They both need to spend their lives in prison. They're so stupid, and that family who lost their 2 daughters will grieve forever. That's a great point.
This is a summer show, for sure.
DJ, glad to hear that in-state QB Grayson Wilson is predicted 3rd string. Not sure why Hooters...
I just assumed.
You just guessed.
Yeah.
Why Hootens wouldn't mention him. They mentioned Singleton, KJ Jackson, and the Florida State
Singleton ain't
walk-on.
even there anymore.
Good point. Trevor Jackson, Florida State
Trevor
walk-on.
Jackson, he may be 3rd.
Okay.
But no mention of Grayson. That's crazy. He's a smart kid, and many are underestimating. I heard from a lot of people who I trust, and I won't name names, that he's probably not an SEC quarterback.
Grayson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hope the best for him.
I don't know. I'm not an evaluator. I have no idea. I will say, like when White came out from Little Rock Christian, went to Auburn, I was like,
I don't know about that.
well, he needed to be developed. He's incredible from a physical standpoint. Great runner, and he's got plenty of arm strength. But
He's at Baylor now, right?
yes, and I think with the right quarterback guy, he could be developed. But I didn't think he was going to be ready right away. Still angry Buckeye. If a parent's responsible for supplying the weapon in a school shooting, why isn't Granny responsible for supplying a weapon in this scenario because a gun is only designed to shoot. A car is not automatically designed to drive like a moron. I just think of it a little different. I'm not saying that she's not in some way in trouble. Didn't Henry Ruggs do the same thing? He did. He did. Was the car that he ran into, if you hit a car that's moving at 60 miles an hour and you cause that car, I'm just like, how do you not see that coming?
Well, DJ did say that he was texting or something his sister in the middle. So if he's texting and going 150 miles an hour,
that's
come up on you kind of fast.
It will.
Wow, he is 16.
Okay,
that's
different.
She's in trouble.
She's done. She's going under. She's in the jail forever.
Yeah.
She can bail herself out, but I hope she enjoys her last few days of freedom because she's going to die in that place.
Probably.
100.
Yeah. She's 73.
Ole Miss football bet years back. What is that? Ole Miss football bet years back. I don't know what that means. Rocky 2 was better than Rocky 1.
No.
I'll listen to it.
I'll listen to it.
Rocky 3 was more entertaining than either, but I'm not sure it was better. Rocky 4 was more
Rocky
entertaining
1
than both.
is the best movie.
I think you might be right. Rocky 4 might be the most entertaining. That was the one I watched the most.
Yes.
Which one?
But that was in the heart of the Cold War, and you weren't really alive.
No, I like Rocky 4 a lot, but it is outrageous.
It is, but during the Cold War, it was like we were all in on it, man. It's
Yeah.
like,
You gotta beat the Russians, man.
Did you ever see the Eddie Murphy stand-up about Rocky 1?
I like the one when he's training with Apollo. That was pretty solid.
Rocky 1?
No, when he's training with Apollo.
For Rocky 3?
Yeah.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Clubber Lang?
That's probably my favorite training montage.
Yeah, after Clubber Lang smacks Mickey and Mickey dies.
Yeah.
Mickey was a little frail at that point.
Man, Paulie may be one of the worst characters of all time, by
He's
the way.
a terrible person.
He's so bad.
He's a disgusting...
Gosh, I can't stand him.
Yeah, he is a...
he never gets better.
He's awful.
He's gross. Okay, Smarty Pants, when you said that earlier, you said Razorbacks. I don't think I said Razorbacks. I know the difference between when Arkansas starts and when the first game of the year is because my alma mater's playing the first game of the year, but maybe I was. You know what? I'll fall on my sword. Fine. You're right. I'm wrong. Why do they even make cars that go that fast? That's a great point. I've often thought about that. Why can cars go, you get a car like a
Double
Corvette
the
that goes
limit.
200 miles an hour or 180 miles an hour, and the fastest you can go anywhere in this country is like 75 legally. I don't
Perhaps these cars should have regulators on them that don't allow you to go over a certain speed.
Depending where they are.
Regulators!
Mount up.
I don't know. I'd have to ask somebody else about that. Let's ask James about that. James, why do they make cars that go that fast? I mean, not because anybody's going to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Did you ever hear former Alabama quarterback A.J. McCarron rip Hugh Freeze on a podcast recently? No, but I'd love to hear it.
Ooh.
Not a big Hugh Freeze fan, personally. I like A.J. McCarron fine.
They would have beat Arkansas 9 out of 10 times, though.
9 out of 10. Not even close. What an idiot.
Last year.
Liberty?
No, Auburn.
When Hugh Freeze
Auburn.
said that about Auburn.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I was thinking about his Liberty days.
Auburn was awful last year.
Liberty.
Liberty did beat us.
Oops. Forgot about it. D-Mac Theory had surgery on his toe. Yes. Remember he curb stomped a dude? Allegedly.
But he came back. He missed one game.
Yeah, well, no, he played in the first game as USC. They used him as a decoy.
Yeah.
They're
that
like,
was
just
it.
kidding.
Yeah.
And then USC is like, we're not.
Yeah.
You're dead. Jonathan Williams? Raleigh Williams?
Yeah.
Did Raleigh get hurt in his neck injury one of the years before
It
the
wasn't
season?
before the season.
It was during the
start.
season, though,
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah, we were talking about before the season injuries. A lot of guys have gotten hurt
like
during the
during
season.
training, you know.
We ever had a bad basketball one?
That's what we were talking about. I don't know.
Can't think of one.
Are we sure it's an injury and not a NIL or payment dispute? Just saying. That's, you know what? In this day and age, that's fair. There are areas in the northern Midwest that do not have speed limits. Where? I'm not arguing that that's not the case. I just have never heard of that.
I think Montana's is like 80.
Okay.
Because there's nothing there.
That's well.
I
Listen,
think,
you should be able to drive
Oklahoma-
100 across Nevada because I've done it, and like there's nothing anywhere near. When you're going to Vegas and you're going west of Vegas, there ain't nothing.
I'm pretty sure heading towards Tulsa or Oklahoma, there's one that goes 85. Pretty sure.
I'm not arguing. I don't know about it. My F-150 is governed at 100, even though a 5-liter V8 can go way faster than that. That's interesting. Yeah, if you're in a truck, you definitely don't want to be going 150. My hit 147 in my Z. Stuff comes at you real fast. I bet it does. I don't want to drive that fast unless I'm on a track.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Smith and his wrist. A couple people sent that in. That's a good one.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a bummer because we were really excited about him. It really doesn't matter since 2 people lost their lives, but it wasn't a new Corvette. It was a 2011 Camaro. Oh, my gosh. Is anything about the story you gave me accurate?
I haven't said one wrong thing.
He was 25 in a Corvette. Apparently neither one of those were true.
Did I say his age?
You said he was in his 20s.
I just said, I don't know, 20s, but I knew she was 71.
Well,
I thought she was 73.
Whatever.
That's a difference.
She's old.
DJ, you're a journalist, kind of, sort of, almost.
There, you said it right.
Almost.
Kind of.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
All right. Yesterday, little practice, little media time for Coach Cal and the fellas on the Hill. Here he is on Knox and Richmond and some other guys. Got to be excited about the upcoming season.
Both of them, you could see they're more confident, and there's less anxiety. Anxiety wipes you out. Physically wipes you out, mentally wipes you out when you don't know and you're trying to guess. And then the term you always use is, I'm confused. No, you're learning. You're learning. You're not confused. You're learning. And so those two now have an idea of what we're trying to do. Like today, I mean, they're doing some things like you heard me tell Billy, if you could make that shot, how are they going to guard you? So get in this gym. Get more shots up. TB is, I don't know, I wasn't focused on him today, but he has played so well. He's not even the same guy. How about he smiles? I'm just happy to see him smile. Dude, it went 3/4 of a season, he never smiled. I didn't even, now, you could tell he's happy. DJ's way better as a player, and he was good last year. Think about where he led us. He was good. Way better. Missed some shot. He'd been making shots. He missed a couple today.
Dude, Billy and Carter are going to be a problem this year.
Should be.
Assuming they take even a half step forward.
Yeah.
I mean, and Richmond was playing great at the end of the year. Here's coach on Brazil, who's like 25 years old now.
I tell you, he's playing the best ball since I've coached him, but I don't know prior to. But I would tell you that if he's the guy I'm seeing, you're talking about someone that we have one or two like that. We have two like that, then this thing is on. And so he's that good. Now you got to find out who are the other couple that can make differences in the game and elevate themselves and just go get a basket. I mean, there were games last year, all we had to do was get a basket. We didn't have those kind of guys. This team has a bunch of guys that can just go get one to stem the tide. You get up, all of a sudden they're making, all you need to do is make 2 baskets. You missed everyone, and then you miss free throws. This team, you have guys that want to be that guy, and a couple of them are returning players.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you this team's going to win 30 games this year or go to the Final Four or anything else, but I will say the blending of new talent with old talent is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. How old do you think Trevor Brazil is?
Probably 24.
22.
He's 22.
God!
He'll be 23 next year. Next January.
That's wild. Seems like he's been there for 8 years.
It does.
Anyway, DJ Wagner I'm playing with, one of his new teammates, Darius Acuff, Jr.
He can do everything. He can shoot. He play with great pace. He play physical. So, I mean, it's fun to play with him and against him every day. I feel like he even making me better. He making all of us better. And it's good that we all get to play each other, play against each other in practice and stuff like that. Because I feel like it's making us all better. So when it's time to play against other people, we can finally have fun and play against other people. But, I mean, it's been a blessing just to play on the court with a guy like that, with the teammates I got. So it's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the most talented college basketball team, talent-wise.
Ever?
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast the other day. They were bringing up this Kentucky team.
The one that went like 40-0 and ended up losing?
Was it like Devin Booker's year?
That one had Karl Anthony Towns and Jamal Murray on it.
The early 90 UNLV team was sick.
Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogman.
Nasty.
Greg.
Anderson Hunt. They were ridiculous.
Just starting 5.
They had George
yeah.
Ackles. Yeah, they were ballers, dude. Nasty team. Duke
it's
got
probably
him.
one of the Duke teams that's just extremely loaded, though.
Yeah.
Or Kentucky.
I mean, you had Grant Hill and Hurley and Leitner together. Pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the Arkansas team with – but again, you had a lot of
can you
elite college players.
If you were to go through and look at them, can you confidently say, yeah, this was the most talented team?
I don't know if it's that. There's going to be some subjective part of it, yeah.
Okay. Could you do it for football?
My favorite team to watch all time was the early 90s UNLV team, though.
Yeah.
Because it was so different. I mean, I'm not missing it. If they're on TV, I'm watching every second. Just like when Jordan was playing in his career, like early at least.
Right.
I'm watching every second because you never know he's going to dunk on somebody. It was crazy.
But I'd be crazy saying that. We probably saw one of the most talented teams not too long ago in college football.
Who's that?
LSU?
LSU. Joe Burrow's year.
Yeah, that's one
Pretty
of the best
disgusting.
teams.
Yeah, no doubt. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news from football. Ishmael Cisse will need to undergo surgery to repair a broken wrist, according to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. The Stanford transfer hurt his wrist in the weight room. So it doesn't say he's not back this season.
Yeah, broken wrist, it seems like you can come back at some point.
It says it's dependent on the severity of the injury and the rehab time. That's not going to be easy to catch balls, though.
Like, how do you work your way back into that? It's going to be tough.
He was about the 7th or 8th best player at receiver on the EA Sports game.
He was?
For what that's worth, yeah.
All right.
From a rating standpoint. Did you see the ratings on that?
I have not yet.
Is he still collecting the NIL then?
Dang. Yes.
Got to be, right?
Is that how it works?
I want to say that I could be wrong, but I think it's 87 for Taylon Green.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I saw a few ratings. I haven't seen them all.
Jalen Rayner, I think, at A-State was about an 83 maybe or something, so his rating was pretty good. But he's fun to watch, and he's experienced. This is his 3rd year as a starter, so maybe not full year. It's first year.
I think so.
My nephew is pressed. Do they still have Jordan Anthony on there? Has he officially?
Yes, he's officially on there.
It is a speed like a 99?
He's 99, yeah, I think.
Is it?
Has to
think
be.
so.
He has to be the fastest player in the game.
He should be.
Yeah.
Nick Harbor from South Carolina has also got a 99 speed.
Nick Harbor?
Yeah.
You just
is he a
line
track
Jordan
guy?
Anthony up and just send them, right? Every time? Go
Pretty much.
routes?
In the game, Anthony has a speed rating of 99. It's the highest rating a player can achieve.
Mm-hmm.
He's joined by LSU receiver Berrien Brown, UCLA cornerback Roderick Pleasant, and Nick Harbor, the aforementioned. No players have had a rating of 100.
Well, it's
In Madden NFL, also made by EA, a few NFL players have had a speed rating of 100. Devin Hester did in 08.
What?
Sean Jackson did in NFL 12, in Madden NFL 12. My little disappointment that I have with EA Sports and the NCAA is that I'm 99, he joked. I should have been 100. Here's some of the ratings in case you're interested. Talon's 86, not 87. KJ Jackson, 74, and then everybody else below that. Mike Washington's the top running back at 83 with Braylon Russell, also at 83. Omega Blake, 87. Cam Shanks, 83. Cisse was 79. He was like 5th best. Jalen Brown's an 80. Tight ends, top one's 77. Rohan Jones. Offensive tackle.
Carmona's a 93.
Corey Robinson is 81. Yeah, Carmona at guard is a 92.
Oh.
Everybody else is under 80. Center, Caden Kittler, 78. Defense, top defensive lineman is Philip Lee, 83. Middle linebacker, I thought Sori's number was a little low at 81.
Yeah.
Outside linebacker, Dick, 78. He could have been a little higher, too. Defensive backs, highest rated is Singletary at 83. Selman Bridges, 82. Jordan Young, 82. Connie Walker, 82. And then Larry Worson, 82 at safety. And Caleb Wooden at free safety is a 79. Devin Bale's an 82 at punter. And Scott Starzik is their top kicker, according to this, at 71. You know who's got a really good kicker is A-State. He is rated at 78. Clune Van Andel. He's got a cool name, too. He's a very good kicker, very accurate. Their quarterback is, and again, it's just these two schools that are ranked because they're Division I. They're only Division I FBS. Jalen Rayner's an 81. That's not bad.
I wonder what his speed is.
I don't know. Their top running back is Kenyon Clay, 83. It's pretty good. And they got Corey Ruckert at an 87, Christian. He's a stud. Corey Rucker's
he's good.
He's a heck of a player. Offensive line, nothing notable there. By the way, they are going to be at Sunbelt Media Days here coming up. They are not next week, but the week after. They are going to be Tuesday the 22nd. They're dividing into the divisions. So the Western Division is on day 1 on Tuesday the 22nd. The Eastern Division is on the 23rd. Butch Jones is bringing Rayner, the quarterback, and Brandon Barnes, who's a sophomore defensive back from Dallas. The other notable one on Wednesday from the other division, the East, is App State. Why are they notable? Because Dow Loggins is their new head coach. It's his first season there. He's taken his senior offensive lineman, Jade Ramsey, and a defensive lineman from New Jersey, Sean Collins, to Media Days for the Sun Belt. That's down in New Orleans at the Marriott Warehouse Arts District. And it'll be broadcast on ESPN Plus if you want to watch.
You think he'll be back here one day?
Dow Loggins? Let's see how it goes at App State. It's a great program. I mean, for their level, they've got, I would think, pretty good resources. They've got plenty of tradition, that's for sure. So I hope he does well. Absolutely. 501-661-1037. We're basically wide open today. No interviews, but we'd be happy to interview you if you have a question, comment, or snide remark. We're all for it. Send us your D3 Auto Sales text offerings, 501-661-1037. I haven't gotten to our live fan feedback yet, but I'll hit that in our next segment. Let's get Steven in here. Steven, welcome. What's up?
Hey, how you doing today, fellas?
Good. How are you?
Listen, I'm a guy who believes in the trenches. So both sides of the ball. You know, we've had our struggles in the trenches over the last few years. Okay, so are we ready to take it to the next level this year? And our reserves that we have are good enough to come in and help us take the next step as being a competitive team in the SEC. Also, will Bobby Petrino utilize his running backs to make his passing game more effective, or the passing game, and then have a better play calling for the running backs? Because both of them, I mean, they have to work together with a team that we have to be successful this season.
Where's my Ronnie Ringo Wheeler out? That's what I really want.
Yeah, and do we have the receivers ready to catch the ball for a change and make a difference in the downfield passing? Because I believe that you got to go to the end zone. I mean, it proved that over the last few years that other teams that we played, they went to the end zone. I'm not saying that they was better than us. I'm just saying it's time for us to throw the ball downfield. If we're going to throw it, let's try to go for the touchdown, because you never know what may happen. So look, guys, I really do like your show.
Thank you.
Continue to do the best job that y'all doing as far as helping us be better Razorback competitive and on the radio, on TV. DJ, I'm watching you do, and so y'all continue. I love y'all. Take care.
Thank you, Steven. I love you. What do you think about all that? Steven covered a lot of ground there, bub.
I'm watching you. The running game, if it's Petrino's way, he wants to be as balanced as possible, establishing the running game first. If we go back, that's what he did at the beginning of the year. I mean, Jaquindon Jackson had how many touchdowns? He was averaging like 3 a game. He couldn't score enough.
Forgot about that.
And so everybody, but then he started getting a little hurt. And then what they really started to do, you saw this in the second half against Oklahoma State. They said, okay, they run the ball pretty well. Let's go ahead and bring an extra safety into the box, and let's force Taylor Green to beat us with his arm. And then that's where it became interesting, because then that's exactly what Coach Petrino's want. Okay, now this opens up my passing game. But the decision-making was extremely tough for Taylor at that point in this system, and his offensive line was still trying to figure out protections, because then once you bring somebody else into the box, it allows more people to bring pressure on passing downs. And so it was just, I think, an inexperienced Taylor in offensive line that all the other teams started to pick up on, of understanding, okay, let's make them throw the ball and see if they can beat us that way. Because when they had it geared up the other way, Jaquindon was running all over the place. I mean, he was at that point, because remember, second half, they're like, why are we not just giving the ball to Jaquindon Jackson? It's because they adjusted for it.
Do you think that Taylor Green's over-under will be over or under 2,500 yards this year?
Passing?
His expectations at Oakland.
Over.
Because it was like 1,900 or 1,950 last year. I was like,
It was easy
I wish
over.
I would have put like $500 on it.
Yeah.
What did Indy end up throwing last year?
2,500-ish, maybe 2,800.
It's got to be over.
I'm just guessing. I'll look. Let me get JW in here and I'll look that up. What's up, JW?
Hey, man, I got a question. So I was looking at Green's turnovers, and this is the question. Is it more the offensive line's fault for the interceptions, turnovers, or is it the fact that he was coming in on one guy most of the time and missing wide-open receivers like Bowden, Stonehand? He threw in the coverage of 3 people and had a guy wide open right over him. Do you think it's the offensive line or just humming in on one guy and trying to force it and make something happy? And I'll hang up and listen. Thanks.
Lack of protection in the pocket did not help. It caused him to have that time clock speed up a lot faster than it should. Because there was times when he did have time in the pocket, but he would still escape and I sometimes get it, and that's a hard thing to break as a quarterback.
You got PTSD.
Yeah, for sure. Beautiful pocket. It's like, oh, I must be missing something. Where's it coming from?
I understand that.
But then his thing is, when things do break down, yes, he did lock on to Andrew Armstrong a lot last year. But what he needs to understand is when it does go south and protection does break down and he starts forcing things, he needs to be okay with understanding there's just going to be some bad plays. I think he was somebody, even when things fell apart, he would try then to start doing too much to try to fix what was bad, and he ended up making it worse. So I would say one of the biggest maturity jumps a quarterback can make is understanding, you know what, let me just take this sack and we'll move on to start another day. I can't throw an interception right here.
I got to take the sack on my stat there. I wasn't even close. 3,154 yards. I'm sorry, Taylor. I hosed you. Well, you can correct me anytime. I don't know anything.
I didn't know.
9 picks, 15 touchdowns. I'm hoping for many more touchdowns and maybe a few less picks, but if he throws 25 touchdowns, 9 picks won't look terrible.
And he's only had a couple boneheaded picks. Like, what was that? He had
one right to a guy?
Yeah. I think he had a few against Tennessee, if I remember right. But then other ones, it was
He had a few that were like off the hands of receivers and stuff.
It's 11:40. Back after a quick break.
He needs to throw for at least 22 touchdowns.
I think that's fair. It's very reasonable.
Run for like 10-ish.
Oh, well, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It'd be a solid year.
I wonder how many he had last year. Look that up. I'm not sure about that one.
I'm getting jacked. I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things Lake.
This is SportsCenter.
Yesterday, Coach John Calipari spoke to the media after an open practice. He talked a little about the contrast of last year's offense versus what this year's will look like.
I mean, there were games last year. All we had to do was get a basket. We didn't have those kind of guys. This team has a bunch of guys that can just go get one to stem the tide. You get out, all of a sudden they're making all you need to do is make 2 baskets. You missed everyone, and then you miss free throws. This team, you have guys that want to be that guy. And a couple of them are returning players.
And the Arkansas Travelers lost to the Tulsa Drillers last night, 3-2. They'll go at it again tonight at 6:35. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network. The Red White Report is brought to you daily on The Zone by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, designing in-ground custom pools since 1976. Your reliable source for a new in-ground custom pool. Luxury Pool and Spa is your pool and spa chemical super headquarters. Bringing a water sample and their trained professionals will ensure your levels are correct and safe. They carry Pentair pool equipment, and they are now an authorized Polywood dealer. Plenty of spas on the showroom floor by Hot Spring, Caldera, and Fantasy. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. That's LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
So Restaurant and Bar is open under new management. Original chef Joseph Salguero is back with a unique menu. So Restaurant and Bar has been around since 2006 in the heart of Little Rock's historic Hillcrest neighborhood on Kavanaugh Boulevard. Experience fine dining right in your backyard. They offer 3 separate event spaces or the ability to rent out the restaurant for any type of event or party, plus multiple catering options. View their menu, make reservations, or rent their event space at SoRestaurantAR.com. SoRestaurantAR.com.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
Now that it's summer, we're blowing out prices at HJ Trailer Sales. Through the end of the month at factory cost, some even below. Aluminum truck beds in stock marked down to $6,500 installed. All bedrock beds $4,900 installed. Butler hay beds $12,800 installed. Need a trailer? Good Guys 22-foot 10K $8,100. All air tow trailers under $20,000. Delta 30-foot 14K gooseneck only $10,900. HJ Trailer Sales on Facebook or HJTrailersales.com, Hot Springs and Paragould.
Tune in each day to Drive Time Sports to hear Trey Biddy talk all things Razorbacks. Brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acri and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
You know what sounds great today? Fried catfish, you can get it at Cash.
Oh, I was just about to ask, where can you get it?
Oh, buddy, I'm so hungry right now. I should have brought lunch in. 501-850-0265. Chef Harding, are you listening? If you wanted to drop some lunch off, we'd probably eat it. Just saying. I do love Cash.
Can we get him up here?
Yeah, we could. He's been invited. He's busy.
What time do they start prepping?
Imagine now. Before now, because they're open for lunch. Anyway, it's your ultimate choice for any upcoming private event as well, and certainly for lunch or dinner. From romantic dinner dates, private dinners, holiday parties, wedding functions, wedding rehearsals, corporate events. You just want to throw a soiree with your buddies? Guess what? Cash is a great spot for it. There's no place like it. And they do everything from soup to nuts, eggs to apples, however you like to say it. They will take care of everything for you as far as your special event. Help you out with the menu, and the service is always spectacular, regardless whether you're there for lunch or dinner or special event. And lots of light options over the lunch hour, but they've also got blackened salmon, cheeseburgers, and steak and frites. I love a good steak and frites. Pizza. Dinner menu's outstanding as well. Tuna wontons, don't sleep on them. Do not miss out on the smoked pork belly, and the candy bacon is presented in a very fun way. Fillets and lamb chops, pork chops, seafood, all of it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful setting as well. Great cocktails also. And free valet parking in the evening time. It's all at Cash in downtown Little Rock in the River Market. Brad's in Searcy. Brad?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great.
Hey, I got a question about Kalen Green. I mean, sure, I'm trying to word this right. As he was learning the system, he got better, but I noticed a lot of throws that were out of place. Has he fixed that?
Out of place. What do you mean?
Well, like, for example, say the only place the receiver could catch it was down and to the right next to the pylon. And he just missed it totally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think time will tell.
Throws you got to have.
Yeah, I'm sorry?
You're talking about like the throws you got to have when it's drawn up. His very first.
Well, no, not necessarily the throws, but where the throws are. Right. Say if he does a sideline route and he wants to throw it back to his right shoulder, he throws it to his left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I don't know if we can answer that yet, right?
So an accuracy deal.
But I did notice that a lot last year.
Okay. Yeah. Think he's fixed his accuracy issues?
You would hope so. Coach Petrino would preach that. Like sometimes I would see him throw a couple drag routes to Satania or Armstrong, mostly Armstrong.
It's a hard route.
And he would throw it kind of behind him a little bit. Don't let him catch it in stride. It's the difference between, okay, yeah, we got a first down, but, man,
could have
20 much more.
Yeah. Montana doesn't have the no speed limit freeway anymore. It's 75 now. There's a stretch in Texas that's 85. It's the highest in the U.S., says this person from the 501 who sounds like they know what they're talking about. Yeah, Justin, since you read the EA Sports data, hopefully RR won't read it again on his show. He seems to love reading stuff. Well, listen, this is the time of year where that's what we do. People all over the country are using Taylon Green because he is nearly a cheat code on the new NCAA game. Him mixed with Anthony with 99 speed. Lots of people are using Arkansas. How about that?
Yeah, they were great last year because you had Satania also.
What's his running speed, I wonder?
I'll have to look it up. I think it's in the 90s, though.
Is he like the Pat White of the game?
Sort
Ooh,
of.
Pat
Yeah.
White's a good comp.
Pat White was ridiculous back in the day. Him and Steve Slayton.
Oh, man.
They were nasty. Still lost to Pittsburgh at the end of the
I
year.
think who is the most unstoppable player in NCAA? Adrian Peterson has to be up there.
Yeah.
Vince Young has to be up there.
This was great. Reggie Bush was a cheat code.
Marcus Vick was pretty good.
Yeah.
On there.
Stop it.
On the game, he was good.
Marcus Vick was?
Yeah.
Scrub. Arkansas versus UNLV at 91 was awesome. Number 1 versus number 2, we lost 112 to 105. Those were two pretty good teams. That 91 Arkansas team was pretty nasty, too. Was the Hog 95 basketball team more talented than the Hog 94 basketball team? I don't know. Who were the changes? I know you had the key pieces, a couple key pieces, but
I always wonder if the 2010 Razorbacks played the 2011 Razorbacks, who would win.
What's the differences?
Cotton Bowl, Sugar Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cotton Bowl was nasty. That was fun.
Cotton Bowl
We
was
had
nasty.
Tyler Wilson at quarterback.
Kansas State.
Now we had Mallet at quarterback over Tyler.
Tyler was the second, was in 2011, right?
Mm-hmm. But then you have a little bit more experienced and better receiving core because they got one extra year.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have a Greg Childs.
What was the 11 bowl game?
That was Kansas State.
Kansas State.
At the Cotton Bowl.
That was the Cotton Bowl. Oh, the
Colin
Sugar Bowl was the year
Klein.
before. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was not much of a. Arkansas had a lot of success against Kansas State. Then they had the game in the Liberty Bowl a couple years ago, and Coach Bielema smoked his former head coach. that he worked
91
for.
speed for Taylor Green.
It's pretty nasty for. I wonder who the fastest QBs in the game are. He's got to be up there. Good morning, guys. My concern with the football team is our defensive and offensive lines and reserves on both sides of the ball ready to take the next step, and will our quarterback process plays faster and not formidable so much, and will Bobby Petrino utilize the running game to make the passing game more efficient, and all our receivers ready to compete at the SEC level, so Stephen Little Rock. Geez,
That's
a lot.
That's a big list.
And honestly, probably all fair.
I would agree.
Have you ever driven what they call the loneliest highway in America, Route 50 in Nevada? A lot of miles of nothingness. I'm sure that I have. I drove across the country when I was in college, and there was a long stretch in Nevada where I was like, I could go 150. I don't think I'm going to see anybody. Although
Wow.
my little Honda Accord wouldn't go that
Couldn't
fast.
do it.
But it was fast enough. I mean, it
Yeah.
would go over 100. Fastest speed limit in the U.S., 85, this person says in Texas. Thanks for the clarification, guys. I guess you got to go over to the Autobahn if you want to go faster. Most high-end German cars come with a speed limit cut off at 155. They sell cars in other nations that are not as restrictive as ours, hence the higher limits. There are several U.S. highways that have safe and sane for unrestricted speed limits. Well, not according to our information. Did DJ Cold read the grandma story? Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently so. El Guapo says, I think I heard DJ say he was in a Corvette. Not.
But he was.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive your choice of a free 3,500 PSI pressure washer or inverter 2,200 watt generator. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry, supplies are limited and offer ends July 31st. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pond Street in Cabot, and find them on Facebook.
Hey, Howie! Hey, you know what? There's no reason to be that excited unless you're coming to Robert Irwin Jewelers to buy your diamond engagement ring. During the summer of 1,000 engagements, we're giving away 1,000 carats of diamonds. With every purchase of $999 or more, you're going to get free diamond jewelry at Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Like what?
Diamond stud earrings.
1,000 engagements.
1,000 carats of diamonds.
One crazy summer.
5 locations or online at rijewelers.com. Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Are you tired of that old, outdated bathtub but not sure who to call? Use a contractor you can trust. Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers a 5-year workmanship warranty, a lifetime product warranty, and a dedicated 800 number just for warranty claims. And every estimate comes with a price lock guarantee. We are your trusted local source for high-quality, American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day, featuring our revolutionary new laser-etched shower wall systems. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase. And call 1-800-NEW-BATH now for a bonus, a free $25 Starbucks gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
The big lot. The big lot has got the big lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram treats you like family because right now you get employee pricing plus.
Employee pricing plus?
You pay what we pay, plus get incentives you don't normally see with employee pricing, like interest rates as low as 3.9% APR on Ram half-ton trucks at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alcoa Road in Benton.
Employee pricing plus. I get it.
See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater with Drive Time Sports. Thursday, Rick Schaefer's back with us, and we're bringing Neil Atkinson from Bet-Saracen, Kevin Hoopscoop McPherson from Hogville.net. Trey Biddy thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway, and NFL agent and guru Chris Turnage. See you Thursday on 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to The Zone. Our goal each day is to entertain,
Are you not entertained?
inform,
I am the smartest man alive!
and make you laugh. Let's see what the guys have in store today.
When I'm scared to lose it all, security come through the wall. Future dreams we have to realize. 1,000 skeptic hands won't keep us from the things we plan, unless we're clinging to the things we prize. And do you feel scared? I do, but I won't.
All right, welcome back. Short segment into the top of the hour. Next hour, entertainment, birthdays, and much more. More in our wheelhouse this time of year because, it's tough. Coach Calipari, though, met with the media yesterday. They had a little practice, and some of the guys spoke as well. He says he wants to play some exhibitions in the summertime. It seems like it's been a while since Arkansas played one of those exempt trips, where they go to, like, Mexico or Italy or somewhere. So I think they were in Italy the same year UCA was over there a few years ago. It was awesome.
The
trip.
Nick Smith year, they had the Italy trip.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that college basketball has got to compete in the July area. Like there's got to be games. Even the first weeks of August, there's got to be exhibition games in the summer games. And we're getting swallowed by everything else. And it can't just be the tournament. And in the summer, in July is a space where we could take over. Right now, you have the NBA Summer League. Well, why don't we have something? So I've been saying that for a number of years. I also said there shouldn't be a 1 in 4 years go on a foreign trip. If you want to go every year, go. And then let those games be televised. If you don't want to go, don't go. Everybody should have 10 practice days in the summer as though you're making a foreign trip. And if you don't want to, play some games against people you want to play against. They can be scrimmages or they can be open. Why wouldn't we do that? Do you think our kids just like to do this, or would they like to play against somebody? They want to play. That's what they want to do. We always talk about, we're about the kids, but they're going to do what we want. So I've been asking for that for 5 years.
That might be a good question today, Christian, is do you think NCAA basketball teams should be able to play exhibitions in the summertime?
I think they should.
I think most people would agree they should. A few things from our live fan feedback. By the way, again, available for sponsorship if you're interested in sponsoring live fan feedback. You can send an email to sales@signalmedia.com. Catherine tried to tell us this morning at 10:27, that boy was 16 driving the Corvette, she said. Although she said Corvette, so I still haven't determined if it's a Corvette or a Camaro. Big Shaq size, height and weight. Jock strapped to the Corvette guy, and Grandma should get an accessory to vehicular homicide. Sounds like she's going to. That was from Simple Man. We were talking about sequels. Spaceballs 2 is coming out in 2027. Can't wait.
Gosh, why are they doing this?
I don't know. Maybe it's going to be great, though. Are they bringing back Bill
Didn't they do
Pullman?
another History of the World? Like, Mel Brooks is just making all these movies again for some reason?
I don't know.
I'm a little worried about Happy Gilmore.
Me too.
No, it looks not great.
The April Fool's Day when Coach P fell off his motorcycle, that was the greatest preseason injury in history.
That's
a great point.
That's fair.
Rusty says, I remember Rainwater read a fan feedback talking about Stacey Lewis's injury, saying,
"Oh no,
she tore a very specific part of her body," and then like the dumbfounded reaction was like, "What's that?" It's not something you would talk about a lot. I'll tell you about it on the break.
Okay.
Did R.J. Hawk mention it in a broadcast?
That was a different part.
Okay.
Different part. David says, I agree with Justin. UNLV in the early 90s and Spaceballs 2 in 27. He's excited about it. Rusty says, I was brushing my daughter up on college basketball and showed her scores from the 89-90 Loyola Marymount team that averaged 122 a game. Yeah. R.I.P. to...
Waiters?
What was Bo Kimball's teammates?
Gathers.
Yeah, Hank Gathers. Thank you.
Oh, is that the guy who passed out?
Yep. Passed out and then passed away.
Yeah.
That was a tragic deal. But Bo Kimball hit the offhanded free throw in the NCAA tournament in honor of his teammate. Pretty cool. Anyway, it's 11:58. That means we're up against top of the hour, and we will be back in the third hour. Quick show, considering there ain't a lot going on today.
There's always something going on.
Lots of entertainment news. Lots of entertainment news. Lots.
Lots?
Tons.
Can't wait.
Hundreds of dozens. Thousands.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
For all you parents and grandparents, I have huge news for you. Summerwood Sports, the state-of-the-art sports complex located right off Highway 5 in Bryant, is now offering 2 summer camps for grades 3 through 7 this summer. Campers will not only get to participate in sports, games, movies, and more, but will also receive lunch along with a daily devotional each day. Camps run June 9th through the 12th and July 14th through the 17th. So, don't wait. Sign up today. For more details, click on summerwoodsports.com.
Randy brings Drive Time Sports back to Searcy this Friday for the Sonic Air Raid 7v7 tournament at Harding University, presented by Double B's.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Arkansas state lawmakers are looking at ways to prevent deadly flooding like what we saw in Texas from happening here. Congressman Bruce Westerman and State Senator Missy Irvin are spearheading studies and legislation at the state and federal levels. Westerman's bill contains provisions to expand broadband into national parks and rural regions. That would ensure people in those areas can receive emergency news and weather alerts. On the state level, Irvin says Arkansas will be completing a comprehensive review of emergency warning and response protocols. The Arkansas State Hospital is kicking off a new pilot program to speed up the process of getting mental evaluations for inmates. When a court questions whether a person accused of a crime is mentally fit to stand trial, they are referred to the state hospital for a mental evaluation. However, the system is backed up. Now DHS is adding 16 beds to a secured restoration unit pilot program. It's meant for shorter stays and less intensive treatment. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
We've got a hot, humid Thursday in the forecast with a 20% chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm later this afternoon. Most of us will stay dry. Highs today into the mid-90s. Partly cloudy conditions for tonight with lows in the mid-70s. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Christopher Pipkin.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
Hi, folks. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood. I've got some good news and I've got some great news. The good news is Employee Pricing Plus continues through July. Employee pricing means you pay what we pay and you get all the rebates. The great news is the biggest discounts of the year on every new vehicle in stock. Buy today and make no payments for up to 90 days and take advantage of our available sales tax paid. Up to $14,000 off all new Ram Laramie half-tons. Up to $7,000 off the all-new Jeep Wrangler. And up to $8,000 off the all-new Jeep Gladiator. And you can get the new Jeep Compass for only $399 a month with no payments for 90 days. Also, don't worry about your credit. If you've had credit problems in the past, go to FletcherCredit.com to get pre-qualified in minutes. Then come in, pick out your new car. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge in Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Every day in Arkansas, children face crises like poverty, instability, and family separation. But there is hope. Arkansas Family Alliance connects community members like you to urgent needs like beds, clothing, food, and more through the Care Portal platform. Over 1,300 families have already been impacted. You can help reach even more by becoming a community champion. Whether you're part of a business, church, team, or just want to serve, learn how to get involved at arfamilyalliance.org or call 4769-4110 because strong families build strong communities.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code 2024 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code 2024 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code 2024 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code 2024.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Agent Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff, Justin Stewart in Malvern, or Drew Self in Hot Springs today.
Tickets are on sale now for Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, July 24th at the Hall, featuring Bobby Petrino and Taylon Green, plus former Hog Casey Dick. Get your tickets at LittleRockHall.com. Brought to you in part by Oaklawn Sports, the Gangster Museum and the Hattery of Hot Springs, First Trust Home Loans, AY Magazine, Arkansas Money and Politics, Tito's Handmade Vodka, Ortho Arkansas, Southern Bank, and Connect Service Solutions. Special thanks to Corky's Ribs and Barbecue and Party Time Rental and Events.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Mike, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, let's do this the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women want to be with, and rappers hope he gets 8 years.
That's all I got. Welcome back. Hour 3 today at the Zone, and we are all set for the women's finals. We are set for the men's semis tomorrow. That's one of the best things about not working tomorrow. You can just sit around and watch TV all day. Got tennis start in the morning, dude, over your coffee. I mean, I'm going to get a little strawberries and cream in the morning. Just really celebrate the whole Wimbledon thing.
What is that about?
That's their jam over there, dude. Strawberries and cream. Maybe a bit of sporty.
What?
Yes.
What,
you don't know about that?
Strawberries and
strawberries and cream.
Like you dip the strawberry in the cream?
I don't know. I just know they eat strawberries and cream.
Is this like peaches and cream?
I don't know if it's like whipped cream or if it's just like cream or if there's if there's some kind of cake in there.
Let's see what we got going on.
British strawberries and cream. Tell me about it. I don't know. I've never been to London. And I don't know that I've ever had now I've had strawberry shortcake. Surely that's a derivation, right?
No.
Think about that for a minute. Let's get right to it. Entertainment news. We got lots to get to, DJ.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
But is it runny wet cream or is it whipped cream?
Little runny wet. Almost looks like a really thin white chocolate.
I'm not about that. Is it sweetened condensed milk?
It's pouring like really thick milk.
That sounds like sweetened condensed milk.
Like heavy cream.
Yeah.
But a little thicker.
Nothing's thicker than sweetened condensed milk. That's like syrup. Thicker than syrup. Stuff's thick, bro.
No?
Pretty thick.
I would say it looks more like heavy cream. Yeah.
Okay. Any Brits out there? Help us out. We're dumb. Well, we're not dumb. We're learning. That's what Coach Calipari said. You ever stalk somebody on social media and accidentally hit a like button, or you were looking at something that you probably shouldn't have been,
100%,
and like you accidentally, and they're like, "Oh God, get that off!"
Can't do nothing about it. Or can we?
Apparently, it just happened to Katie Holmes.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Who's she looking at?
There was an Instagram post talking about Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas dating, and apparently she liked it. Oops.
She's probably trying to zoom in on something.
She's like, "Is she hotter than me?" Let me just go ahead and tell you, she is. Even in your prime. Ana de Armas is hotter than you.
Who found that out?
But listen, you're a cutie pie. Somebody who follows her accounts. Somebody who has nothing else to
Somebody
do.
who's stalking her account, seeing who likes it.
Stalking her to see who she's stalking.
Wow.
I think that's when I kind of soured on Tom Cruise, is when he and Katie Holmes didn't work out.
Really?
Yes. There was a lot of stories that came out of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, how much of that's true, you never know. But
Like what?
I've kind of come back around on Tom Cruise.
Like what?
You can look it up. I'm not gonna cast aspersions on the man.
Okay.
Again, I don't know how much of it's true, DJ. And usually I don't even care. Just happy to believe it.
That's your guy.
I do like Tom Cruise. I have a lot of respect for his career, is what it is. Ain't that band, DJ?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Whip it. Right?
Yeah.
Push it.
You got an extra note on the bass line there, but it's okay.
Yeah. Whip it.
What's the band called?
Crush.
No.
We used to have a guy on our show that played for the basketball team.
I was going to say it's very similar to the mascot from
Devo.
Texas, but not the same.
Devo.
Devo's correct. There's a documentary coming out August 19th on Netflix about the band. I don't know anything about Devo.
They have like 2 songs, right? This one.
I'm
and
sure
the
they have many, many
Satisfaction.
more. We don't know them. The documentary follows the origins of Devo as the band, followed by their ideology of devolution, not evolution, after witnessing the 1970 Kent State shootings in which 4 students were killed by Ohio State by the Ohio National Guard during a protest. Devo also covers the Ohio band's meteoric rise after releasing Whip It. The film includes rare archival footage and interviews with the band's members and other principal players. I think I will watch that. Dune 3.
Yes.
Dune 2 was a great sequel.
Dune Messiah.
Well, it's actually just going to be Dune Part 3.
Oh.
Dune Part 3.
Is that new?
Reports had called the film Dune Messiah, a nod to the 1969 book from Frank Herbert that the film will adapt as its storyline. But it will be called Dune Part 3. The film will also include sequences shot with IMAX cameras. However, Dune Part 3 will not be entirely shot with IMAX cameras, following in the footsteps of The Odyssey from Christopher Nolan, which is the first and so far only film he produced that way.
That has a cast. The Odyssey.
Yeah? When's that out?
I don't know. They dropped their first trailer not too long ago.
I haven't seen it. What's it about? It's about the Odyssey?
Yes. I
Homer's
love that
The
stuff.
Odyssey.
Has anybody ever made a movie about that before?
Yeah, it's
lower
like some
budget ones.
old school
Yeah.
movie about. I think it was just called Was it Odysseus or no? It was the Odyssey.
Lower budget, never this.
Yeah.
This high budget. I don't know.
Well, we'll be missing Diddy soon. He's going to be sentenced October 3rd. You know, they say the wheels of justice move slowly, boys. Sentenced October 3rd for his 2 prostitution convictions after his lawyers and prosecutors reached an agreement. The mogul's lawyers formally proposed the October 3rd sentencing in a letter to the presiding judge. The defense's sentencing memorandum would be due on September 19th, and the government would have theirs due a week later. What do you think happens here? How much time does he get? Over, under? I think he's facing 10 for each count. Over, under 3 years.
Under.
Under.
I'd say time served. Let him out. Let him get back to it. Where do you think all the baby oil is now that he had in his possession when he was arrested?
Can he get it back?
It's at Area 51.
Is it his?
They confiscated it.
I mean,
do they have to return it?
Well, you don't lose possessions.
Okay.
Because you went to jail after you were acquitted of most of the serious charges you were facing, I wouldn't think. I mean, let's be honest. Like, you can get busted for prostitution today, and that's not even a significant charge. I don't know how, like, the transportation of prostitutes across state lines figures in. I don't know if that's way more significant than just, like, paying for a prostitute, being a prostitute, or managing a prostitute, but guess what? We'll all find out soon. Do you care what Jennifer Aniston's doing?
Not particularly.
Unless it's the morning show coming back.
It's coming back, too. She's dating a guy named Jim Curtis.
Okay.
He's a hypnotist.
Oh.
Is that weird?
He's good.
He's like, you will fall in love with me.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I fall in love with you. Isn't that strange?
That is wild.
Apparently she's been a fan of his for years, and they finally got together. They were photographed enjoying an intimate vacation together in Mallorca. They were joined by morning show stars close pals Jason Bateman and his wife Amanda Enka. Pics showed Aniston introducing Jim Curtis, to her pals. He identifies himself as a coach and explains in his bio, "My mission is to help you heal and thrive by upgrading your I am." Sounds like hocus pocus.
What's his name again?
Terrible.
Jim Curtis. But apparently she was a fan of his. And she included one of his books in a May photo dump. So apparently she's been with him or a fan of his for some time.
We were talking about the Odyssey,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked up the cast. One, it's loaded, but Charlize Theron is on this.
Yeah.
Did you hear her interview the other day on Call My Daddy podcast?
Talking about how she hooked up with a youngster?
Yeah, 26-year-old. Good for her, right?
Here's the thing, man. What's the point of being famous if you can't hook up with younger people if you want to? Right?
Yeah, who's
Right.
the 26-year-old?
Oh.
Some lucky SOB.
By the way, before anybody messages in, yes, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou was an Odyssey adaptation.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
That was too deep for me. I
You
remember
don't
the-
like Matt Damon, do you?
I remember the sirens, though. They were real cute in the river. I've mellowed on him.
Okay.
He's got some good movies.
Well, of course he does. He's got a lot of good movies.
Why didn't you like him?
I don't know. I just think he's kind of a pompous ass. Probably
Would
because
you say
probably
he-
because he's just like me. I don't know.
Would you say
I don't
he's
like him because he's like me.
Is he the biggest actor?
I don't know how big he is.
Is the biggest name Tom Holland, Matt Damon, John Bernthal, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, Anne Hathaway?
It's Matt Damon.
So far.
Over Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
He's been
Anne
in
Hathaway's not even second.
Charlize Theron?
She's up
He's-
there.
he's bigger than
She's second, probably.
Yeah. I mean, Lupita? I mean, I like her.
Lupita Nyong'o?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's
great.
lovely.
She got an Academy Award, right?
Mm-hmm. 12-Year Slave. That was a hard watch.
Oh.
Not a fun watch.
No.
No.
Yeah.
This song's
Great
in the
cast,
news. This is number one on the media-based classic rock songs chart. The new version will be featured on Motley Crue's new album, From the Beginning, which will be released on September 12th. When I'm in Nashville this weekend, if I run into Dolly Parton, what would I say to her?
Huh?
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you for your service.
Heard you're on the market?
Oh. She was on a podcast with Khloe Kardashian yesterday.
I think Dolly Parton, I love the fact that she's not afraid to do things like this. She doesn't have to do anything. She can sit around and just roll around in her millions of dollars.
American treasure.
Is she America's all-time sweetheart?
Well, that's a good question. She's
Betty
up
White
there.
was high up
I feel
there
like Betty White was up there.
Betty
No?
White can't touch Dolly Parton.
Dolly's
Whoa.
better. I will admit that.
Then who else would be close to her? All time.
I don't know. You put me on the spot. I have to
Dolly's
think
pretty
about
high.
it. I mean, Martha Washington? I don't know. Nicki Minaj, maybe? She's apparently been going off on Jay-Z in a series of social media posts, all about the money. She says Jay owes her between $100 and $200 million for her stake in Tidal, the production company. And she says it's only collecting more interest. In one post, she says, anyone still calling him Hove?
Hove.
I don't know. Will answer to God for the blasphemy.
Oh, my God.
Jehovah. Okay, I didn't know that was a nickname. I missed that. She didn't stop there. She also accused him and Rock Nation, CEO, of ruining hip-hop, football, basketball, touring, Instagram, and Twitter. It's a lot.
Wow, you ruined a lot of things.
She also brought up a lawsuit filed by a cameraman who claims he was forced to watch Rock Nation artist Megan Thee Stallion have relations with a woman in a car. I know a lot of guys who do that for free. Anyway, though, apparently that lawsuit's moving forward. Instead of calling him out on social media, if he actually owed you $100 million, wouldn't you have your legal team get on it and go, hey, we're going to need you to pay up, dum-dum?
Megan Thee Stallion was seen with Klay Thompson, by the way.
I saw that. He's in the back little lounge chair.
Obviously him.
I thought this was interesting. This feels like a soft launch to me, and I'll tell you why. Mattel has announced the release of the first ever Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes.
Saw this.
Complete with a continuous glucose monitor and an insulin pump. Barbie helps shape children's early perceptions of the world, and by reflecting medical conditions like type 1 diabetes, we ensure more kids can see themselves in the stories they imagine in the dolls they love. I think this is great.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what's going to happen. In 1 year, mark my words, there will be Barbie's first type 2 diabetes doll. It'll be Chubby Barbie.
You think so?
Yep. Normalizing it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Listen, we're all in different shapes and sizes. But
do you think there's going to be a type 2?
It's only
Barbie?
a matter of time.
Listen, this nation has a significant obesity issue. So if we're going to try to model what we look like in society, Chubby Barbie's next. I don't even care. I'm just saying, watch.
Okay.
You know what you're not going to be seeing much of lately or in the future is Denise Richards. She has been told she's not going to have her Bravo series renewed for season 2.
Darn, man. I was looking forward to it.
Yep. Apparently that was the plan all along.
I'll just have to follow along
on her
on OnlyFans.
Yep.
Keep up with
Is that
it.
what she does?
Yes. Remember we talked about this yesterday when she's getting divorced and her husband's got $1 million budget or whatever it is? Or he's spending
Like
$100,000 a month?
Yeah, 100 something a month.
Spend $100,000 a month and he doesn't make any money. But he says she makes $250 a month.
He's got to pay $5,000 for repairs.
I wouldn't pay Denise Richards $5 to take her clothes off.
No.
I don't understand people who go to do these OnlyFans things. I do not understand that thinking. I don't even mind Denise Richards as a human being. Like, I just think that's dumb. I don't understand what you're doing, people. The OnlyFans folks, I don't get you. I didn't know she had a Bravo show anymore, honestly.
I didn't either.
And she doesn't now, I guess, technically. I'll tell you what else I didn't know. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, apparently, is still on television.
Still going?
Yes. But it is ending with season 10.
Dang it.
The show will have aired 90 episodes across 10 seasons when it departs, with Washington, D.C. set as its last location to find a fresh group of individuals ready for a life-changing experience. I'll tell you what, in its infancy, I really enjoyed that show.
That's not a lot of episodes.
90?
Yes, more.
In 10 years, it's 10 a year.
It's been around a while.
I like the show fine. I haven't seen it in a while, but
I'm looking at Denise Richards' pictures.
Oh, are you now?
Like what she's uploading to OnlyFans?
On your
or what?
account?
No, just what she looks like now. At what point? She's got some filler. and
Too much.
stuff.
Obviously, yeah.
How do they see that, right? But does it just become a point where they can't go back?
I don't know. But you should tell her. What?
You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, I just...
You know, her daughter's on there, too. Sammy.
Oh, okay.
They're not on together.
Oh,
But they
okay.
both do OnlyFans.
Oh, wow.
That'd be awkward if they were together.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of content. They're probably posting like
You know, people have weird fetishes.
bathing
Christian.
suit pictures or something.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I did see a thing, and I'll have to think of the name of what she calls it. Only Philanthropy, I think is what she calls it. You know the AT&T girl?
Yeah, I saw this.
Flo?
No. The cute AT&T girl that does the commercials, kind of the cutesy little commercials,
Yeah.
the dark-haired girl.
What's her name?
What is her name?
No,
her name on the commercial.
Lily.
Oh, Lily. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Lily's doing some deal. She's got a thing called Only Philanthropy, and she takes basically risque pictures of herself, posts them, and she's raising money for the fire victims from California.
Yeah, I saw that.
And there was apparently one mom that had a disabled child. Anyway, there's a story there, but she's raised like over $100,000 or hundreds of thousands of dollars for it.
It's a good use.
I think it's great, and it's not nudity. It's just it's her in provocative poses.
Even if it was.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, she's a cutie pie. She's also been in a couple of movies, and I saw a trailer from one of them, and she's a pretty good little actress, gotta say. I mean, I always liked her as Lily. I figured she had some acting chops.
Yeah, they really make her seem very wholesome on those commercials.
Well, it's AT&T. They've got a reputation to uphold.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's very talented.
Talented.
She's cute,
yes.
too. I mean, she's cute. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of cute, Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara are pretty cute. They've been hanging out, apparently, but not in a romantic way. They've got so many famous friends that they just get caught up together, apparently. They're both single, definitely not a couple, it says. About a week ago, they hung out on a super yacht with Martha Stewart. Listen to this group. Martha Stewart, Kendall Jenner, Naomi Campbell, Kate Hudson, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and one of Tom's former flings, Arena Shayk.
That seems like a lot of people that wouldn't really jive with each other.
It's a really interesting group. I love it.
Collection.
But I mean, would you not want to have dinner with Tom and Sofia Vergara?
Yeah.
I think that'd be phenomenal.
She's growing on me.
I've always liked her.
Yeah, I like her.
She's very talented, too.
Very talented.
Very talented.
Funny.
I've only seen her on Modern Family. I don't even watch it.
She was in Four Brothers, too.
Four Brothers.
Who's your favorite actress with a strong accent? But, like, I put her in there, Salma Hayek, and
Salma Hayek's way up there.
Penelope Cruz is up there.
See. Concur.
Who else is up there? Just strong accent.
No idea.
Does Anna de Armas have an accent? Because I really like her a lot.
Does.
It's not very strong, though.
You can tell, though.
What about...
Or you have a hard time making out what they're saying sometimes.
Again, you keep putting me on the spot today. I like all those answers, though. DJ, Christian, you guys want to give away some tickets?
Sure. Beer Fest?
Great Arkansas Beer Festival and the Rock City Margarita Festival, all under one roof. Let's see what Bobby Joe wants. And if you want to get in on that, 501-661-1037. What's up, dude?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Bad news. This firm bank in New York would not take me because of my 62 years old. I promised them I could do my best, but they said no. So I can't go, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Damn.
No offense, Bobby Joe.
You got other options?
OnlyFans page I thought about opening up.
Yeah, you should go to Only Rednecks, Bobby Joe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
Only Rednecks.
Don't you?
You make millions.
Man, ain't y'all getting more excited about this football season as each day goes by?
Wait till I talk to Taylor Green and Coach Petrino at Countdown to Kickoff. It is going to be awesome. It's going to be very eye-opening. It's all presented by Fletcher Dodge Jeep Ram, Oaklawn Sports, the Gangster Museum of America, and the Hattery of Hot Springs. Connect Service Solutions, First Trust Home Loans, Tito's Handmade Vodka, Ortho Arkansas, and Southern Bank. Glad you asked. Would I like you to show up?
If you want me to show up, I'll damn sure show up.
Yes. I'd love for you to buy a ticket for you and your wife and come. Absolutely.
Will I have a little speaking time, maybe?
Unlikely, but I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say unlikely. Why don't you buy the tickets first, and we'll go from there.
You know, this time of the year, everybody's supposed to be excited. I can't stand listening to people be negative when we ain't even kicked off the ball yet.
I don't know anything about Arkansas, let alone anybody else, so I don't know why you'd be negative. I'm going to be cup half full guy for you.
I'm going to tell you, I got a feeling we're going to be sitting here for 6 months. 6 months from now, we're going to be sitting here wondering about these playoffs. How we going to do? You just never know, DJ. You feel it?
Let me ask you this. If Sam Pittman won a national title this year, would they build a statue to him in Fayetteville?
Oh, no. The only statue, I got to believe, is agree with old Stan. I miss them old Nolan days, man. That man does probably deserve a statue.
I thought you said Stan. I thought you meant like Stan Heath. I was like, that dude didn't get no statue.
Oh, no.
He's a scrub.
Oh, my God. But I'm just telling you, I feel big things coming. I can't even concentrate on being retired because of the excitement of this football season. And then listening to y'all every day, man, it just makes my day. And then my wife gets up and watches DJ every morning. She's all hyped up. It's wild out here.
I don't know about being retired, but you're definitely re-something.
No, I'm retired, buddy.
You're redundant is
Damn
what you are. You're redundant. And I love you, but have a good day. We got to run.
See you, Bobby.
Okay, man.
Dude, God bless him.
I would love a spot where we pick some of our top callers to come in and do their predictions.
Would you walk across the Broadway Bridge buck naked if Arkansas was guaranteed 9 wins this coming season?
I'm about to say national
9
championship.
wins?
9 wins.
No, not 9 wins.
Don't you care about the program, DJ?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't you care about the program, DJ?
I could probably do that.
Yeah, I would too.
Just across the
Birthday
bridge.
trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub
Now,
on.
would you attempt to swim across the Arkansas River buck naked if they got a national championship?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Would you not?
Now, if you
You're
drown,
risking
they
death
only get
there.
5 wins.
Would we drown?
We? I don't know about we, but I would.
You would?
Yes.
Why?
That current is crazy.
Is it?
Dude.
Yes.
You start swimming across that bad boy, you're going to be 100 miles
You could
downstream before
possibly
you get
But
across.
you get there at some point.
Yeah, and if the gators don't get you, the stream and the
gators?
current might.
I'd do it.
David, you're with David. Mark, you're with Christian. On this day in history, aviator and businessman Howard Hughes flew around the world. How long did it take him, DJ? Bonus
2
point.
months.
I mean, in hours. In hours.
Oh, okay.
Around the world.
What year was this?
1938.
105
movie.
hours.
I'm gonna say like 84.
91. Now I got to do math.
He got it.
84, 7, and you said what?
100 and
Yeah. Okay, Christian point. The Rolling Stones scored their first ever U.S. #1 single with what song? DJ, you want to guess?
with Mick Jagger.
Yes, Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, that song. That's oh, I know this one. Go. What is it?
Is it Satisfaction?
Satisfaction. Point number 2.
What are we doing? Where are
He's killing you.
Where are these points coming from?
On this day in 2018, Drake surpassed this band's record of most
The Beatles.
singles in the. Correct, DJ. Good
Yeah.
job. In the Hot 100 with 7 against their 5 from his album Scorpion, and he's still crying about what people say about him. Grow up. All right,
It's
2-1
almost broke
lead.
TJ's record for most
2-1
number ones.
lead for Christian. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
This guy's an actor. He was in
Matt Damon.
Michael Douglas.
Entourage, and that's about all he's ever done.
God, you
Jeremy
always say
Piven.
that.
No, he was also in that movie with.
Adrian Grenier.
Yes, he was in Devil Wears Prada.
Yes, he was.
How old
What's
is
his name? Because I always forget it. Adrian what?
Grenier.
Grenier.
Yeah,
Adrian Grenier.
he is
I'm gonna remember that.
Vinny Chase
Yeah.
in Entourage. Great flick.
The main guy,
Great
right?
show. Yeah, the guy. How old?
Vinny is 49.
He is Bingo Bango. Big
Wow, big
fan.
fan.
Big fan.
Wow.
Yeah, he was only pretending to not
What was the
know
name of
that.
their song, Christian? Superhero?
Yeah, I think so.
Superhero. Oh, yeah. I saw an interview with some of the guys. E and Turtle didn't like this song. The actors.
Yeah.
Jerry Ferrara
Jerry
and
Ferrara.
what was E's name? He was in a couple movies. Anyway, this guy is a former NFL player, a little bit troubled. Central Michigan University star.
Pac-Man Jones.
Oh,
New England
Antonio
Patriots.
Brown?
Antonio Brown's correct.
Oh.
How old?
Antonio Brown is 38.
Nope.
He played for the Patriots?
Yep.
Yeah, end of his career.
Remember he walked off the field?
That
I
was
thought
with
that
the
was
Bucks.
with the Bucks.
He did play with the Patriots for a
Okay,
second.
you're right, Bucks. My
Yeah.
bad. I was thinking Tom Brady. That
He
was
was
my
there.
connection.
Antonio Brown, I think what'd you say?
38.
I think we're maybe the same age.
45. 29.
30.
Today. Any number.
36.
37. This woman's a singer and reality star. She didn't realize that buffalo wings don't come from buffaloes.
Jessica Simpson.
That's correct. Actually, she probably did. How old is Jessica Simpson today?
Jessica Simpson is 43.
No.
47.
45. No point. This woman is an actress who we mentioned already today.
Dolly
Katie
Parton.
Holmes.
Katie Holmes. Denise
Anna de
Richards.
Armas.
I hate when you do this.
She has a strong accent.
Oh, Charlize Theron.
Sofia
oh,
Vergara.
Sofia Vergara. How old?
She is 53 today.
She is Bingo Bango big fan.
Whoa!
This guy is a former NFL running back who attended the University of
Sanders.
Nebraska. He played for the Niners, won 3
Gordon.
championships there.
Frank
Craig
Gore.
Smith.
He's
Craig-
the first NFL player to have
Roger
1,000
Craig.
yards rushing and 1,000-yard receiving in the same season. Only 2 other men have ever done it, Marshall Faulk and Christian McCaffrey. It is, in fact, Roger Craig. Good job. Christian, how old?
What was it me? Roger Craig. What year did he play?
He
Just
won
kidding.
3 titles with the Niners. Joe Montana's era.
Yeah. He's 69.
No.
He's 62.
65. Christian by a nose.
Whoa.
He missed by 4. He missed by 3. This guy is one of 2 men in MLB history.
Aaron Judge.
Randy Johnson.
To win an MVP on a last-place team.
Andre Dawson.
Correct, sir. The Hawk. Celebrating today. Who's the other one for a bonus point?
Don't know.
Randy Johnson.
Andy. Alex Rodriguez. How old is the Hawk, Andre Dawson, today?
The Hawk.
I love that commercial where he came out of the ivy like he'd been lost in there.
Took less money to go to the Cubs than stay with Montreal.
Because it was good for his knees. He didn't like playing on AstroTurf.
I think it's my guess. Man, this is a long song. Anyway, Andre Dawson is 66.
69.
71. Last but not least, this guy's one of the West Memphis 3.
Damian Nichols.
Nope. Did you say Nichols?
Eccles.
But no.
I don't know the other 2. Why is he the most famous one?
Because he was kind of the ringleader voice guy.
The voice.
The other guys are pretty quiet. Jesse Miskelly's who we're looking for. He's 40 today. By the way, they just had a hearing. There's going to be some DNA evidence presented, apparently. I'm like, what took so long?
Man,
I do have 2 more. Did you get that clip I asked for, Christian, this morning?
Which one?
The Hal McRae clip. Did I not send that to you?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Maybe you did. Maybe I missed it.
It's one of the great rants of all time. Hal McRae, the former Royals manager, is 80 years old today. I wasn't going to let you guess. Oh, good. There it is.
I didn't want to get myself into a situation where all I had to go after him was all right, and our lefts were swinging the bats well, so I wanted my left-handed hitters to hit.
Did you consider Brett for Miller with the bases loaded in the 7th?
No, don't ask me all these stupid-ass questions. No. In the... God, all these stupid-ass questions every night. Find the I hit Brett for Miller. Miller started the game. He's playing against left-handed pitchers. Brett is not playing against left-handed pitchers. Find the I bat for Miller. You think I'm a goddamn fool?
I don't.
I'm tired of all these ass questions every night. And stay out here asking all these dumb-ass questions. Stupid. Suckers. Ask me that stupid-ass shit every night. Stupid-ass I'm not taking no shit off. You guys are not taking no shit off the players. I'm sick and tired. I'm fed up with everything. No shit from you guys, no shit from you players. And they can do any thing they want to do. I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit. Now, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Who is that?
Hal McRae.
Is that a video?
Yes, it's hilarious.
I'm going to look it up.
He was usually a very cool customer, but he lost his mind there. Also today, Urban Meyer's 61, but Christian was winning so much. It was way over. Anyway, congratulations, Mark. You're going to the beer festival. That's an $80 value, day of, $100 value, sir. Get your tickets right now at 1037thebuzz.com. Going to have a good time. 12:36. We're going to take a break. Let's check in with James on the other side. Did you already?
No, I want to talk about my friends in Greenbrier, Standing Firm Farms. Still that time of the year when the summer comes around, it's hot. A lot of people want to hang out outside, barbecue, do a little bit of that. Football season's coming up. You may want to host. You're going to have a lot of people out, and you got to show your skills on the grill, and you need to make sure to show them off the best way possible. You got to have the highest quality Angus beef. Standing Firm Farms is where you need to start and finish. So if you go to their website right now, standingfirmfarms.com, you can see a whole list of things you can start with and eventually where you're going to want to end up. I would start with a griller sampler box. You can get the beef patties that are already sliced up in quarter pounds or a whole pound of beef. You can do whatever you want with that. Then you got a couple ribeyes, you got the fillets, you got the nice little brats to go with it. A good way to start, and you can work your way all the way up to a whole side of beef. Yeah, up to $3,000 worth you can get that. So a lot of people like to go ahead and get one order for the entire year, put it in that deep freezer, and that's where you're going to start. High quality Angus beef. You don't put any of that junk in there, no injections, and it's going to be grass-fed right here, a local grown product with 4 generations of family running Standing Firm Farms. Head to them. Once again, Bobby's going to be running it. Go ahead and give him a call. Love to talk to him.
house in the parking lot, and I wanna take you back to my spot.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is Sports Center.
Yesterday, Coach John Calipari spoke to the media after an open practice. He talked a little about the contrast of last year's offense versus what this year's will look like.
I mean, there were games last year. All we had to do was get a basket. We didn't have those kind of guys. This team has a bunch of guys that can just go get one to stem the tide. You get up, all of a sudden they're making, all you need to do is make 2 baskets. You missed everyone, and then you missed free throws. This team, do you have guys that want to be that guy? And a couple of them are returning players.
And the Arkansas Travelers lost to the Tulsa Drillers last night, 3-2. They'll go at it again tonight at 6:35. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Here's another Whataburger DM. Miranda says, it's 2023 and still no Pico Burger. How do we get y'all to pick it back up? Miranda, we totally thought we responded to this. We know it's been a minute or two, but good news, the Pico de Gallo burger is back up. Yep, the 2 fresh beef patties covered with crisp Pico de Gallo, 2 slices of pepper jack and creamy cilantro lime sauce you love is back. And it's all thanks to you. The Pico de Gallo burger is back for a limited time. What a burger!
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Join 103.7 The Buzz as First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Babs and Trey will be in Atlanta with the latest news, interviews, and highlights. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, Beechwood, Pinnacle Hotels, and Bet Saracen. And be sure to watch 103.7 The Buzz social media for live videos, pictures, and much more. 103.7 The Buzz, live from SEC Media Days, presented by First Security Bank. Bank better.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Some wind up in the Hall of Fame, some go down in the blaze of glory.
What is a not jokes? A not joke is when we're trying to make fun of something, and what we do is we make a statement that we pretend is true, but at the end we say not, which means it's not true.
So teach me how to make one.
All right, what color is your suit?
This suit is gray.
Gray, I would call it blue, okay?
It's gray.
All right, it's blue-gray, but it's certainly not black, right? All right. Let's say it's gray, but it's not.
It is gray.
Okay, so a not joke is, I would say, that suit is black. Not.
This suit is not black.
No, not has to be the end.
Okay.
Okay.
This suit is black, not.
This suit is black. Pause. You know what a pause is?
Yes.
This suit is black. Not.
This suit is black. Pause. Not.
No, you don't say pause. This suit is black. That's a pause. Not.
This suit is black.
Okay. I'm not
Not.
Classic. I like to shop at other dealerships than Gwatney. Not. James Miller standing by on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. What do you say there, James?
Not a chance, man.
Not a
Shop
chance.
at Guatney all the way, brother.
I like
The
to
only place.
I like to shop not at anywhere else, but only at Guatney. What are we up to today?
I tell you, it's been busy today. We've had a lot of people out and about and getting out. You know, June is always kind of a weird month. A lot of people go on vacation in June. I went on vacation in June, so
Not
I
me.
blame myself too. But you went somewhere, Justin. Now, come on, you went. It was not a vacation, I guess.
I went
You
to a
got go
wedding.
to the Great Northwest.
Yeah.
But yeah, June's over now. Vacations for most people are kind of winding down, and people are out and about shopping. And we'll give them good reason to shop at Guatney. You know, when you talk about up to $12,000 off Silverados, just start right there. That's good enough for most people right there, and have a selection of them too. We've got colors, we've got different packages, we've got the ZR2 3/4 ton, which is just a beast of a looking truck. I mean, it's lifted up. It's got big wheels on it. It's just a gorgeous truck. We've been selling quite a few of those, and we've probably got more 3/4 tons in stock than we've had in a long time as well. So we've got a good choice and selection on those. New Trailblazers, Justin. We keep talking about $299 a month. Trax Trailblazers.
Yep.
You know those things. You can't find another SUV, and I've told my friends this. As a matter of fact, my nephew has his girlfriend's coming to get one tomorrow, and they're just fantastic. When you can spend $21,000, $22,000, $23,000 for a brand new SUV that looks like that thing, you just won't find anything better than that out there.
Absolutely. Well, the Trailblazers are cool too, James. Before we let you go, I wanted to mention that the two-tone look. You got some unique looks on some of the Trailblazers with some different paint schemes. So, like, there's a black one with a white roof, or there's one that's I think tan with a black roof. It's a cool look though. I like that. It's a little bit different.
It is. It's got a little sporty look to it. It's the active package, and you can get a red with a black roof. You got a lot of different options on those to kind of dress them up and make them kind of personalize them like you like them. And we've got a lot of those too. We've got about 25 Trailblazers in stock.
Yeah.
So I know you can find one of them out there. You're like, we got a whole row of those things out there.
100%. Well, great financing, and they're going to treat you like family as well. Check out all the inventory, GuatneyChevrolet.com, and we will wrap it up with you tomorrow, man. Appreciate you, James.
Appreciate you, Justin.
All right, buddy. From the 501 DJ on the D3 Auto Sales text line, the Arkansas River starts in Colorado. You could walk across. Take that bet.
Perfect.
I mean swimming underneath the Broadway Bridge. Smarty pants.
Yeah, you can step over it in Colorado. I've done it.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot one. Hello, dum-dum. I'm dumb. Kate Beckinsale would be my favorite accent woman.
Oh, there we go. You can understand her, though.
Yeah, she
pretty easily.
speaks
Well, you
English.
said women with a heavy accent. She has a heavy accent.
But
It's
you
just
can
happened to be-
understand what she's saying.
I can understand what everybody's saying. Sir?
I struggle with Sophia sometimes.
Sophia Vergara?
Yeah.
She talks too fast. That's her problem. The LC, I don't know what that means. Oh, he says Charo. Yeah, she's got a heavy accent. Lily has done some adult stuff before, FYI. I do not believe that. Prove it to me. I'm pretty sure there's already some chubby Barbies next up. Ozempic Barbie. Nothing wrong with it. I would vote for June Carter Cash. For what? She has an accent?
Gal Gadot has a strong accent.
Oh, boy.
Terrible actress.
This person just sent me something terrible that I cannot say on the air.
Mm.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou was based on the Odyssey. Thank you. I know that was a little bit too much of a deep cut for me, though. I'm not smart enough to understand, like, the
It wasn't like a
symbolism.
one-to-one adaptation
Yes.
of the Odyssey.
It was a very interesting take on it, though.
Yeah, I like it. It's
I was
good.
searching a girl on Facebook once and I accidentally posted her name on my page. Oh, man. You know what's funny? I know somebody who was one time we were talking about somebody. It wasn't even offensive, but we weren't talking bad about him. We were talking about somebody, and somebody I know, somebody's like, well, I don't know who that is. Who is it? Let me see him. And they're like, I'll send you a picture. And they sent the picture of that person
to
the
that
person.
Oh.
Oops. It was awkward. It wasn't like nefarious, but
I was working a deal, and it fell through.
Okay.
And it had been kind of a struggle for a while. You know what I mean? And I you know, when you're in real estate, you know, you always have your person's back, even if you know
they're being difficult.
Yes.
Right.
And so I got news that, hey, sorry, this is after we pushed back closing not once, not twice, maybe 3 or 4 times, push back the date because we have to get some stuff. So I got all these other people coming at me 1,000 miles an hour. And so finally gets, hey, man, just sorry, I'm going to have to go ahead and back out. I said, I completely understand. I get it, and I'm on your team. I'll make sure everything goes smooth. I'll send the paperwork over. Get off the phone. And I just put my phone down. Ebony's in the kitchen. And I say, if it ain't one thing, it's a mother effing another. I am so sick of this. I'm stressed. And then I move on. I get a text message from this guy. He says, man, I'm really sorry. Like, I couldn't. My voice text was on, and it sent to him. Text him the whole thing. I was like, oh, my gosh.
That reminds me, yeah, that's bad. Awful. There was a guy I used to work with. He was drinking too much. He's become sober the last, 15 years. But he was talking trash about the boss. Got mad at him about some stuff. Talked bad about him.
Bad.
Sent it to his buddy. Unfortunately, sent it to the boss. Sent it directly to him. Oh, yeah. Not good. Not good. He didn't get fired, but he got in some hot water. There was an HR visit. HR visit.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Like, I know people talk trash about me behind my back around here. I don't even care. Yeah. You can say what you want.
It is what it is.
I work my ass off, and if you don't like me, that's cool. You can talk smack about me all the time, but I would not suggest texting it to me.
Yeah.
This is not a good move. All right, we'll be back. Maybe a little Deion Sanders wrap things up, talking about salary cap. That might be a good question for tomorrow.
You're out of here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I come back,
I'm
going to have one son married, one son headed to college.
Nice.
We going to go up and do the show at Maddox's moving day?
I hope so. I would love to do
You really want to do that?
Yes, I really want to do it.
You want to go to Fayetteville?
Yes.
And you catch some practice?
What day does he move in?
It's the 8th.
What day of the week is that?
It's like a Tuesday or something.
We could pull that off.
Probably so.
August 8th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
We need an air-conditioned tent.
Yeah.
It's Justin Acri with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West and Laura Beth. I'm so excited about the upcoming months. We've got great holidays upon us, and at Kaufman by Design West, you have everything to get folks outside and celebrating.
We have grilling season coming up, so we've got big green eggs and tons of accessories, and then it's also outdoor season. So we've got lots of in-stock steel products, toolkits, coolers, travel cases.
And for those who want to do some home improvement, we've got power tools galore. You can find it all at Kaufman by Design West, 14900 Cantor Road, out west past Taylor Loop. They're also online at kaufmanlumber.com.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJ spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, faucets, vanities, doors, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a member? Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, and Santa Fe hybrid models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you.
Brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
The Zone is back. You know what's better than listening to Justin Acri and DJ Williams? Watching them on our live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, let's get back into the show.
I don't need a golden ticket to be part of the club, 'cause I'm already
right, welcome in. Justin had to go ahead and get a head start on the road. Have the son getting married off over there in good old Nashville, Tennessee. We'll wrap up the end of this show. D3 Auto, any dealies? Question of the day. We're also going to have Wes join us here in a second. If you got any last little tidbit you want to get in, now is the time. Don't forget, we're going to talk about this until we can't talk about it anymore. Got countdown to kickoff. It's coming up the 24th day of July. It is this month, not too long away. You can still get tickets. I always want to thank our presented sponsor, Fletcher Dodge. Also got Oaklawn Sports. You got the Gangster Museum of America and the Hattery in Hot Springs. Connect Service Solutions. First Trust Home Loans. Tito's Homemade Vodka. Ortho, Arkansas. Also got Southern Bank. Don't forget tickets. You can get them at littlerockhall.com or follow the link on our website, 1037thebuzz.com.
Our question of the day today was, will you watch any of the MLB draft? So far, it is a resounding no at 86%.
Is that today?
No, it's actually Sunday, which I think
okay.
is a bad time.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that like on, Thursday like every other draft does?
Would you say that's a draft people just wait and see what happens? They'll see who goes first?
Yeah, I like to watch the NBA and NFL draft. It's just the MLB one, they're not going to play in the league for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I think the vast majority of picks actually don't pan out, so it's kind of odd.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Wes is in here.
Yeah, what's up? Who's the fastest to make it drafted and
There's
make it to
people
the
that
league?
have been drafted and made it in the same year.
What was his
It's
name?
pretty
David
rare.
Clyde for the Texas Rangers went straight from the draft to the Rangers.
Whoa, so no
It's
minor ball,
really
huh?
rare.
Yeah. Didn't Pete Incaviglia also was one of those guys. But, yeah, last year you had Paul Skeens, very few, maybe a couple months, and then he was pulled up.
They may pull him up like in September.
Caglione
very
this
end
year.
of the season.
What's the hardest sport to go from college to making it to the
baseball? Yeah.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, very rarely.
NHL's
you
probably
see-
second.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll play in like the AHL or they'll play in a foreign league for like a year. or
What
two.
percentage of college players don't even make it to the MLB? Like the big dance?
It's a lot.
That are drafted?
Yeah.
I would put it at 90%.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how
wild.
many first rounders make it. It's not a lot.
It's crazy how over the years you've seen some really good guys get drafted and they never make it.
Yeah.
It is wild. It is
I
so
remember
tough.
years ago when Cops won the Golden Spikes, and I think he ended up going in the third round or something. Everybody was like, well, yeah, you could have a fast track to the majors, and here we are.
Still,
He's never made it.
I would say NFL, about 90% of the players do actually make it on the team.
Yes.
And NBA, 50? Because the second round,
Yeah.
they end up,
It's a little over 50 because, there's 60 picks, and all 30 first rounders are going to make the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And even second rounders, I mean,
a lot of them make
they
it.
do the two ways and
It's
have
probably
get-
like 70-ish
That's what I'd say, about 70-75% make it. Play in at least one game.
Right.
Do the players like in Puerto Rico, are they in the draft as well? The ones that are not in college?
That's
or
the
do they-
international draft, right?
That's changed over the years. Used to be they
Well-
were just like free agents, but
Aren't
now,
they? Are they not free agents anymore?
I think you're right. There's something different with them.
I think there may be some kind of bidding system or something.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
Baseball, tough to crack. But once you're in, aren't you in for?
Well, we just saw the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah.
DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah,
What happened to him?
just signed like a 2-year, $20-something million. They just sent him down.
Dang.
He
Yeah.
hasn't done
Yeah.
anything. Josh Young for the Rangers, third baseman from Texas Tech, was so good during their World Series run. He struggled
That-
this year. They
That
go up
Rangers
and down.
World Series was one of the more anomalous
Yeah.
rings.
Last year, injuries killed them. I mean, they had another good team, but the injuries just depleted the roster. And this year, they just can't hit. I mean,
Yep.
they've got a really good team, but they can't, or pitching wise,
DeGrom's
can't
back.
hit.
Yeah.
What you got coming up today?
We're going to try again with Ben Mubanga, the offensive lineman.
Mhm.
I screwed that up yesterday. I didn't tell him Central Time, and he was thinking Eastern Time.
That'll do
And
it.
When we called him, he's like, man, I'm stepping into practice right now. I can't do it.
Makes sense.
So he's going to do it today at 1:30. We got Richard Davenport at 2:10. He was at the practice yesterday for the basketball team, so we'll get his thoughts on what he saw from Calipari's bunch. And then at 2:30, Carson Roberts, he is the executive director of the Arkansas Golf Association, is coming in to hang out and talk about their summer.
Can you think of a Razorback player that had so much expectations but got hurt in spring training? Got 10 seconds.
Hurt.
Never made it.
Nile Davis?
Yeah, that's the one we can think of. We
Yeah.
can't think of anyone else that was bigger than that.
That's tough. hopefully, fingers crossed, CC's going to be okay and can come back in 4 to 6 weeks.
Y'all stay tuned. Out of Bounds up next.
Fried green tomato salad is back and better than ever at Eat My Catfish. It'll only be here for a limited time, so stop by or order online from any of our 7 Eat My Catfish